How are you?
Doing good. Good. How can I help you tonight?
Just a general reading would be nice.
Okay, sure, sure. Um, I'm going to use some cards to just see if we need some, maybe a little bit of guidance or at least some validation of what we're picking up on. And let's see here. All right, I'm going to just pull a couple cards for you really quick. Now, when I do general readings, what I do is I really just listen to my guides, ask my guides to work with your guides and to, hopefully lead us to what's going on in your life and what primarily is sitting right up front with your energy. So general can be very, I always say it's kind of a, we'll just see what comes up type of thing. It's usually whatever I feel it pops up right away. So just a couple things looking at your cards, my friend. I did pull just two for you, but let me ask you, just again, you probably heard me earlier before we hopped on. Do you resonate or do you connect with the number 9 or the number 36? So 9 will be like September, the 9th of a month, 9 years ago.
Yeah, I have a close family member with the birthday in September.
Okay. And I feel like when I just was getting ready to connect with you and go in that general sense, that number came up again, which is where I have to listen to it being a connection with whoever the 9 or the 36 is connecting to. So I will kind of put that to the side for a moment, see if that kind of meshes. But some things that I really feel I'm looking at with you, you, without a doubt, my friend, within the last month, if not even less than that, I feel just a lot of new decisions coming up, a lot of changes. I feel like there's been some decisions that you've had to make or are about to make. And a lot of that I feel is really focused around and really applying to a lot of things in your life, your health, your career, your job, even your living situation. Did you just move or are you moving?
No.
Okay. So I would just say be mindful of that. Here's why, because I do feel there's a sense of you needing to make a change of making some decisions when it comes to your home dynamics. And if it's not your moving, then there's some reconstruction, there's some remodeling in the home that's being done or will need to be done. So please keep that in mind, okay? Also, some relationship issues as well, some relationship things. You pulled this Ace of Swords card, which came out reversed. Now, when that happens, that's really connecting with your shadow work. And shadow work is the things you're working on just personally, or those things you know you need to work on, just so you can live your best life, be the best version of you. And the sword is where you're really having to fight and defend and protect. So the ace connects with the new beginning and these new changes. So even the living situation, my friend, even the home dynamic environment, it's even applying to those changes coming. Relationship wise, are you in a relationship? You have a significant other? Because if you do, there's a distance right now between you two.
Okay, yeah. He works out of state.
Okay. All right. Has there been talk about moving? One of you moving in?
He lives with me. We're married.
Okay.
But there is talk about wanting to move out of state.
Yes. Okay. And together, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And I feel this is something that I it's that feeling of a fresh start, my friend. It's a feeling of, we're kind of having some, disconnect in the relationship. There's, been some, ups and downs, which all relationships do, but it's that point of where, what are we going to do next? We're at a milestone now. What do we do? And the fresh start, moving out of state, maybe getting away from some family or friends that maybe are not serving you both in a good way, is part of this, where I feel intuitively, and as what I see, future wise, I feel like this is a good decision. It feels to me that it would be good for you both. I keep seeing 3 children around you. Do you have children, my friend?
I do. I have 6 of my own, and I adopted my sister's son.
Okay. You said you have 6 of your own, and then you adopted your sister's son. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I want to show something really quick, and you can go back and watch this on YouTube, on Moonstruck TV, or on the Facebook page. But one of your cards that you pulled, I'm all about numbers too, by the way, I'm going to show it on camera, is this 7 of Cups. And the 7 really is connecting to your children, where you got 7, the 6 of your own, and the 1. The reason I feel like I'm only seeing 3, or the number 3 comes up, I want you to, it really will connect with the month of March, or the 3rd of the month, with one of the children. This is how my visions come in. Do you connect with that number with
I do.
Any 7? Okay, beautiful. That child is one that I would say, even in the dynamics of you moving and the home dynamics, that is going to be one that I would very much give maybe more of your time and energy and love to. Does that make sense?
Okay, and you said the month 3?
Yes.
Okay, they're twins.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and so that just keeping an eye and just being, maybe a little bit more, I always say, not helicopter mom, but just kind of keep an eye on them and how they're processing things, what they're going through. It just feels some extra love needs to be there. So just, just keep that in mind, okay?
Okay.
I'll tell you some, things I see with, the move and, relationships and all of this. You have a great connection with your significant other. I just feel it's time for some change.
Okay. I feel it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing
we were
really
just talking last night about a change. I was talking to my husband about change in my career, that I wanted to do something different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And all of these beautiful changes, it is your soul going, all right, it's time. It's time. And there's no coincidences in life when you get that little itch. So listen to the intuition. It never will ever, lead you or steer you wrong. Okay.
Okay.
All right, my friend. Well, I hope that helped you. I know I've got another caller, but feel free to hop on tonight on my Facebook page. I'll be doing free readings on mini medium, and that'll be here in about an hour and a half if you're up and willing. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. You're welcome, my friend. Have a great night.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, we got time for another caller. This is Trisha from Georgia. Hi, Trisha. This is medium.
Hello?
Hi, Trisha. This is mini medium. Hi. How are you?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
Doing good. Doing good, my friend. How can I help you tonight?
I am at such a crossroads at the moment. It's been rough the past year or two, and I was just wondering if you had any insight from, any of my peeps or yourself, or however you go about it.
Okay, sure. And do you want just kind of a general sense of whatever's coming up, either from your guides or loved ones in spirit, or?
A message from Spirit would be great.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Let me ask you before we get into really into that fully, but numbers are very important to me. And today I've had a very strong male soul with me, and he keeps giving me the number 9 and the number 36. So this is the month of September, the number 9, or the 9th of a month. Now 36 will be like March 6th. This could be the age. Do you resonate with that number?
September.
You were born in September.
9. 36, not so much, but definitely 9.
Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so being that this would be, one of your loved ones in spirit, being a male, for one, validating your birth month, first and foremost. Keep that 36 in mind too, please, because I feel like he's bringing that up even stronger again. Not that we have to figure it out, but March 6th, or the age of 36. Now, this can't be someone born in 1936.
How about 63? My brother passed and he was 63.
Yes. I call it.
And I had his driver's license today in my bra. To hear
Say
from
that
him.
again.
I said I had his driver's license in my bra today because I wanted to hear from him.
Oh my God.
Right. And he was 63 when he passed.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, my friend. Well, then this has got to be your brother. I love this. So, and this would be his beautiful soul, number 1, validating your birth month, and then the age. So let me, going to just take a moment and see if I can pick up anything from him. And we'll really, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of, I'll be quiet here for a minute, but.
That's fine.
Immediately, what he is giving me, I just got a very strong impact to my chest, but then it went to my head. Do you, without giving me too much information, do you understand what the way?
He was in a bad accident. Yeah, he was in a really bad accident years ago, and he got like a 17-inch gouge in his head.
Gotcha. Okay. And this was before his passing, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So this would be his way of just validating this is him, but unfortunately what he went through. But there is a sense of him also. I know that you, hoping for him to come through, hoping for him to be here, which you've done a lot of the work for me, which is great with manifesting and putting the driver's license in your bra. I love that. I have never in 28 years, my friend, ever heard that. I think that is awesome. But you put him close to your heart, right? You put him right close to that heart chakra. So, and I really feel that your brother is very, very close to you, very protective of you. There was some unfinished business, and still is. He says that he's working on that, but he says you need to know that he's okay with Dad now. Do you understand that?
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. He is very. He uses your senses to let you know he is there, and I can smell either this is cigarette smoke or this is pot smoke, my friend.
I mean, he didn't smoke weed, but he definitely smoked cigarettes. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So pay attention if you're somewhere and you're smelling that smoke, that very well this could be his way of letting you know he's there. Okay. He's wanting to mention the new baby that just came in. He's shown me the new baby, or someone just announced pregnancy.
No, but my niece has a 1-year-old, soon to be 2-year-old, and I'm living there now.
Oh, okay. And you're living with them?
Yeah, so she was 1 when I got here, so that's a new baby.
Gotcha. Okay. So his way of just validating that he's with you, and he sees, what you're doing through life. He does say that he's showing me that you have got to get into have your like a stress test done, my friend. So the heart, the blood pressure. He's a bit worried about that. He says he's struggling.
I'm not, but I'm going to the doctor the 24th.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay. And are they going to be kind of doing that kind of check for you?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's just my general doctor, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. He's, wanting you to mention this if it's not mentioned in your appointment, okay?
Okay.
Would you understand when he is, he's mentioning that you, there were some items left behind when he passed that did not get to the right people.
Yeah.
Okay. He says it's okay. He doesn't want you to be upset or put too much more energy into this, anger, whatever it may be. But he sees this and knows that things will work out the way they're supposed to, if you will. So just kind of just sit back and let it write itself out, per se. Okay. I've got about a minute and a half, but I want to see what else he's given me. He definitely is a very fun energy and is very talkative, my friend. So he's got a lot. He's got a lot to say. But I think really his biggest message for coming through for you is the health and to watch your health, because he is a little concerned about your heart, your lungs, the blood pressure, but also he says he has no unfinished business with you, and that he wants you to know that. Okay.
Okay.
All right, my friend. Well, I hope this gave you some peace, and look at you. You manifested your beautiful brother coming in, and I hope this gave you some comfort.
It did, and thank you for all your wisdom and help.
You're so welcome, my friend. It's my pleasure. You have a beautiful night, okay?
You too. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, my friends, that's a wrap. That's another great episode of the Mini Medium, and I will see you guys next week, Wednesday. Have a great night. Bye, guys.
Any question, you'll love Suzanne Marie readings. Clairvoyant reader and spiritual light trance medium. Tarot is used for spirit confirmation. She's been a spiritual reader for 30 years and would love to be able to bring accurate, clear, visionary readings for those who seek answers. Available online and phone. Call 320-455-2303 or email readingsbysuzanne@gmail.com. Suzanne Marie. Check her event page for specials.
to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Spiritual Connections with Psychic Medium Cindy. Psychic Medium Cindy. Live from Facebook.com/Psychic Cindy.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Spiritual Connection
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's great to be here, and happy August 1st, everybody. We'll probably draw a few cards right now. I'd like to let's do some oracle cards, see what is going to happen with the collective. What do we need to know? What lessons do we need to know for the month of August? Let's see. Pick a few cards here. Okay, lovely. So the first card we have is forgiveness. And this is a really interesting card to have today because we are in the Lionsgate portal, 888, which is all the time about releasing and really letting go of a lot of things. So we can bring a lot of great things in for us during this. Like, I think it's until actually next week, August 8th. So if there's anybody you need to forgive in your life, or do you need to forgive yourself, this would be the time to do it because you can't carry that stuff. It's just negative energy that's just holding you back from bringing in all the wonderful things that you deserve. And it goes perfectly with the second card, which is our surrender card. And that's basically what I just said. Just let it go, like surrender, give it back to the universe, trust that the universe wants to bring you in everything that you deserve. And the next we have is your self-esteem card, which, if you forgive and good things start coming in, obviously you're going to start feeling better about yourself. Your self-esteem is going to feel better. So I think these are good. I think these are good soul messages. These are soul lessons cards. So these are good soul lessons for us for the month of August. But let's do a few cards while we wait for our caller to come in. We'll do a few cards just to kind of see overall, like, what is our energy? What is our theme? Any challenges? What can we do for the month of August? I like the month of August. Weather-wise, in Nova Scotia, the month of August is usually our hot time, so that we can all go and get some swimming in the ocean. But with the temperature changing, we're actually able to do that a little bit earlier. So anyway, I hope everybody has a good August. So let's start with, this is beautiful. So the energy for the month of August is our intuition. Can't get any better than that. And like I said, with that Lionsgate portal being open, this is our perfect time to, really release what we need to release, get in touch with our higher selves, listen to things that are coming in. You're probably having some pretty vivid dreams the last few days. I know I have. So pay attention to those. It's just going to increase your intuition. So our next is, for our theme for the month, is the throat chakra, which is a beautiful card too. So maybe some of us have something that we have to say to somebody. It's been, hard to do, and we have to have a difficult conversation. Maybe overall in general, we just have to start, talking a little bit more and being a little bit open with the people in our lives and how we feel. This could be at work or at home or whatever. But if you need to work on your throat chakra, this looks like a good time to do it. Our next card that we have, though, which could be maybe a bit of a challenge or an obstacle for us, is the authority card, number 4, which is all about, building a firm foundation. The authority card in this deck is actually like what we would consider the emperor. So there's lots of different ways to look at that as a challenge. I kind of look at that more so as a masculine energy sort of thing. So if your masculine energy is a little bit down and your feminine is a little extra high, sometimes you got to try to balance that out. So I think that's probably something that's really good for us to work on in the month of August. But our response to that is absolutely perfect, because I just flipped it over and it's the Empress. So we have the Emperor and the Empress if we were using the old tarot. So yes, yet again. So yeah, that's exactly what they're saying, is that we just have to balance out the masculine with the feminine. So that's exactly what they're saying. They're so funny. Funny. Beautiful cards. So, but the overall is the light card. That is the overall message for the end of the month and how it's all going to come together. So you are going to balance the masculine and the feminine energy, and it's going to bring you in the light, which is my most positive card in this deck. And it is about you getting everything that you want. So put out those intentions. You're in that 888 portal, and ask that everything balanced and in sync. And I really feel like good things are going to happen in the month of August. So yeah, that's great. All right, so we have Bonnie in Jackson, Missouri on the phone. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. What can I do for you this evening?
Well, I don't know. I just kind of want to, I'm just at a point with my job where I'm tired of it. I just need a change. I don't know if anything is in my future for a change. Right. I've been doing the same thing for 12 years. And also, my sister passed away about a little over a year ago. So we, kind of unknown. So that's been hard.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really sorry to hear that. You want me to try to bring your sister in too?
If you could.
Okay, if I have enough time, I will for sure. I will start with your job though. We'll start with you and see, knowing that your sister is coming in. Okay, I've asked her to come, so here she will. Let's just see what you need to know about. It's time to leave your job. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's just a little bit more on that. Let's see. All right. Okay, so when it comes to your job, right now you have the universe card, which is the number 3, which is the world card. And the world card does tell me that it's all about completion. So it's like you've had your run with this job, and now you're looking for a new start. You're looking for new rewards, new successes. You're going to have some choices and decisions to make when it comes to that job, to the job you have now, and why you're looking for another job. But I do think if you put your intentions out to the universe and you say, okay, bring me in some opportunities, I think they will. The challenge is the foundations and achievements card, which is the building of the foundation, and obviously having enough money and being able to afford your home and how to live. It does come paired, interesting enough, with the sacrifice card, and both of these cards have rainbows on them. So, which I always say, that's the good after the bad. So it's a good indication, but just really be careful. Don't quit your job until you pretty sure you have got something secure coming in. The guidance is the chariot, which is beautiful because it is fast moving energy and is the number 7, which is all about success and it is all about moving forward. So and they are telling me with the number 1, the prosperity begins, that you're definitely, something is coming in and is going to be prosperous and is going to be good for you. What you need to focus on though is like your ego. You do have the temptation card, which is be the devil in the old tarot. And usually when that card comes up, it's usually telling us hey, don't pay attention to those ego thoughts. They're saying, oh, don't apply for that job, you'll never get it. Or if if you're looking at jobs online, they're saying, oh, you need to have 5 years experience, but you really don't. Don't pay attention to that, ignore that, and apply anyway. Just use your gut. Whatever you want to apply for. Don't listen to other people, just use your gut. Because you are going to be moving on. This is your focus, and I want you to focus on moving into the light, that no matter what job you're going to get is going to be better than what you have now. You're going to feel, I think, initially a little bit defeated when it comes to applying for jobs or finding jobs to apply for. But the end result for you is love begins, which is the good after the bad. And you are going to get, I just pulled one more to confirm that. It is the Passion Ignited card. So it looks really, really good for you, Bonnie. Like, I'm like really excited for you, but there's going to be just a few little bumps along the way, but you are going to get exactly what you want. Sound good?
Okay, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, sounds good to me. There's always like lessons and little things along the way, you know, like nothing ever happens super smooth.
Right.
So you just be positive and, ask your sister to help you, right? She's on the other side. That's her job now. She's more than happy to help you. More than happy to help you find the job that you need. So I think I have a couple minutes left. So let's see if I can bring her in for you. Okay, Bonnie, I believe I have your sister. But you know what's really interesting is so this is how I was going to tell you how I feel. So I'm feeling like a little bit short of breath, but I'm also feeling a little bit anxious. Would you say that that's kind of the way she was before she died?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that just clarifies that we have the right spirit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Definitely giving me the shortness of breath here. Was she an anxious person in general, or is just this the way it just kind of was in the end?
I mean, she was somewhat anxious. She had some issues, but she also had asthma, and she always couldn't breathe good too. So.
Okay, so that's probably why I'm feeling so short of breath. Okay. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to quickly tell you like what's coming through. Know that she's on the other side and she's perfectly fine. Like obviously the breathing problems are gone now. She's definitely watching over you. I don't know if you have any children, Bonnie, but she's showing me children. So just know that whether it's her children or your children, she's watching over the children in your family. And please ask her for help for anything that you need, because she very, very quickly told me that she'd help you with the job situation. So just remember, you have to ask for their help to say, sister, be with me today, help me find this job, or show me which job I should apply for. She will show it to you. So thank you so much, Bonnie, for calling in. I really appreciate that. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight. And I will be back next week. Have a great night.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Medicine for Your Spirit with Raylene Byrne. Raylene Byrne. Live from RayleneByrne.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Medicine for Your Spirit
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Namaste, everybody. Big hugs and love from my end of the world. This is Raylene Byrne, Medicine for Your Spirit. Boy, are we in for a big month. Oh my goodness, it's already started. We've got the full moon at the start of this month, which we've just had. We've got a full moon at the end of the month, so we've got these bookends. And there's a lot of watery energy around this month with the sign of Leo, which is fire. There's air, fire, water. A lot of emotional purging, a lot of stuff coming up for people to really finally make peace with or finally let go of. So I would just advise people, there's a couple of things I've been telling people in my world, and that is practice kindness, practice patience, and practice mindfulness this month. And if that's really hard, practice silence. Just really pull your energy in. So this morning, I went for a walk on my beach, and I was having a conversation with someone around being selfish. Not accusation, it was just a conversation. And it was really interesting because there's so much judgment around the inverted commas, the term of selfish, being selfish, acting selfishly. So when I sat and thought about it afterwards, I'm really in this place of, is it selfish to honour ourselves? Is it selfish to think for yourself and do what feels right for you? Is it selfish to follow through with actions that are meaningful for you? It doesn't mean that we're pushing things away, and it doesn't mean that we are excluding things, and it doesn't mean that we don't care. But right now, we've got to start looking at how we honour ourselves. We're going through a lot of growth at the moment, a lot of transformation, and a lot of healing. So we need to start taking the word selfish out of our vocabulary and start looking at how we're honouring ourselves and how other people are honouring themselves, and what it's like to choose to think for yourself. You know, in the recent times we've had when people have been thinking for themselves, one of the accusations that would be made was, well, you're being selfish. If you don't do that, you're being selfish. And really, I'm choosing something for myself. I'm not being selfish. I'm doing what feels right for me. So I just want to throw that out there for you to have a think about and look at what's going on with other people in your life that you might think are being selfish in their day-to-day activities, and look at if you're judging it from your lens, because we don't often know what others are going through that create the actions and the choices and the decisions they make. So my thing this month for everyone is what I just said. Take care of yourselves. Be kind, be gentle, be mindful. And if you can't be that, if it's too hard, be silent. And honour yourself and really focus in on what you're needing, where you're putting your energy this month with all the big changes and all the big disruptions and all the big chaos that's coming in and around this month. Don't be seduced into the chaos. Allow the chaos to be itself and bring your energy back into where you're at, what you're working on for yourself, where you need to be, what choices and decisions you need to make, and how to elevate your own energy. So that's maybe a little bit of medicine for your spirit for this month. Now I have a caller from California. Sorry if I've got the name wrong. Is it Lauren? Lauren.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How can I help? Be of assistance, guidance, support? What do you need?
So my best friend passed. I just found out a week ago. and I'm just having a really hard time with his passing.
So what are you asking me?
I'd like to know how exactly he passed and if he has any messages for me. Let's start there.
Okay. So I'm going to be honest, and I've said this once before in a call, I don't do mediumship stuff. I believe very strongly that there are people out there who do mediumship and talk to, connect with those on the other side. I come from a place where I believe that we are connected to everything and everyone, either in this physical realm or in the energetic realms. And I believe that we can connect with these loved ones that pass, that are on the other side, our ancestors, when we stop and go into ourselves. When we are giving ourselves time and space to breathe, be in our heart, come into that place that is connected to all things and talk from there. I really would love some reassurance from my loved one who's passed. Is there any way that energy can come through or that information can come through? You can ask them to show up in some way, give you a sign. You can, and I often say this to people, and I've seen it with people who I know who have got loved ones who have passed. They set up a date and a time, and they put it out into the ethers and say, look, I'm going to be having at my table on this day at this time, and I'd love you to come and sit with me or come and share that space with me. Because everything is energy. The physical form isn't here, but the energetic part of them is. And if they've had an imprint or a connection with you in this life, there is still a connection there. And you can tap into that. So, there are lots of ways of doing it. As I said, sitting there and calling it in, meditating, asking for a sign, setting up a date, a time and a date. There are different ways. As I said, I don't call in the mediumship stuff. I know sometimes when I work with people one-on-one, it does come in, but I don't profess to do that because I believe that we can connect from our own heart and soul. They're always there. They're always there. And I think the thing that turned everything around for me, and I hope this helps you, is I've done a lot of work with Indigenous cultures and I've studied a lot of traditional old world healing stuff. And one of the common themes in that all those lineages is simply, the first thing is everything we need to know we already have, which is what I write about and teach. And the second one is that the universe lives within us, each of us. And if that's true, I believe it is, then we have access to everything in the universe because it's all energy. So when we get out of our mental head around that physical boundary and that physical tangible thing, when we stop and go, it's only physical because it's so dense. Now, if I want to elevate and connect to something that's not in this physical dense realm, then I need to be in that energetic connection within myself, and I can be there. You can call it forward and you can have these beautiful conversations within yourself when you're in a space where you're not in your head, but you're in your heart. So I would suggest finding some time in your day or week to sit down and call that the presence, the energy, the essence, the spirit of that loved one to commune with you in your own heart. Okay. And then you can ask your own questions.
Thank you. I have another question.
Sure.
This year has been, I feel like, the hardest year for me. Like, I feel like I'm being tested. And I just want to know if it's going to get better.
Okay. Interesting. I've just pulled a card as you're talking, and it's all about higher knowledge. Look at this, higher knowledge. So 2023 is still doing a year of connecting to our own inner world. It's a soul year. It's a year where we've got to get to know ourselves. And so this year we have been tested a lot. Loads and loads and loads of things that are no longer for us are being shown to us for us to choose. Yes, that stays in my life, or no, that's not for me anymore. We're being given a lot of opportunities to elevate, and expand ourselves. And this year especially is about being very, very connected, even deeper to ourselves. We've got to develop resourcefulness and resilience. And the big lessons when we're being tested, or the teachings when we're being tested, when there's hardship, when there's challenges, we are preparing ourselves. We are being given opportunities to develop resourcefulness and resilience. There's a lot more cuckoo, is the best way I can put it. It's going to start happening because the reality is, Lauren, the world as we knew it is falling apart. And we have to create a new way forward for ourselves. And we cannot bring through parts of ourselves or behaviours or attachments to things that are no longer relevant. So it is going to get better. But the way it gets better is when we start connecting to ourselves and going, okay, and I just talked about this at the start of the show, what are the right choices I need to make for me? Where am I giving my energy? Where's my energy going? And what energy is coming in? Energy input, energy output has to be addressed. Taking time to really examine, reflect, and consider the things going on in your life, where you want to be, how do you want to feel when you are living a life that you want to live? How do you want to feel? Okay, I want to feel free, or I want to feel supported, or I want to feel secure, or I want to feel joyful. All right, if they're the feelings I want in the next 6 months or 3 months or 12 months, what can I do now in my everyday life that gives me a tiny little dose of that feeling so I can start cultivating more and have a reference point? We have to look at ourselves as a point of attraction. That the emotional self, our emotions are a point of attraction. If I'm feeling like, excuse me for saying this, if I feel like crap with myself, I'm only going to get crap things happen. If I start to feel better about myself, lighter, elevating my energy, making good choices, everything else starts to work with me. Everything else starts to elevate. Things don't seem to be as hard. If I'm in a really low, dense energy, I'm going to attract more of those things that are hard. If I'm opening up and lighter and more joyful and have more gratitude, things are going to be easier and life will flow better. So it is about mindfulness. It is about presence. And the 4 words that I gave at the start of when I started doing this show for this year for everyone is pause, reflect, connect, and then act. Whatever comes up, pause, reflect, connect, and then take action. And you might have to take different actions than what you've done before to get different results. I hope that's helpful.
Right. Yes, it is.
Things are improving. Things will improve. So thank you for calling. Lovely to chat. This is Raylene Bird, Medicine for Your Spirit. It's been beautiful to chat with you all. Please take care in the rest of this month. Do the things that are medicine for your spirit. Bye for now.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Sessions with Spirit with Gene Rose. Live from Facebook.com/Tarot Readings by Gene Rose.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Sessions with Spirit
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hey, lovelies. As you can tell, I have a little bit of a tan. I did just return back from Florida, so I am a bit still in vacay mode. Hence the hoodie. I couldn't help it. Guys, you know when they say that you need a vacation from your vacation? It's not that, because the vacation was not stressful. More having issues getting acclimated back into my routine. You know what I mean? I had over a week off, and oh my gosh, after the stress that kicked off our vacay, yeah. Now I kind of need it, because now all of that stress is catching up with me. Of course, on the 4th, we have a new moon in Cancer, and the same day, Mercury goes into retrograde. So if today specifically you notice that you've been feeling off or that the energy is very ick, there's your answer. Yes. I also feel like we're going through a few different, I don't want to say like spiritual things, but definitely like changes, some certain shifts. I know time has been not messed with, but almost like loops, like deja vu. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that is, or can be, sometimes very difficult to go through as well as deal. You know, it will overwhelm us. We don't know what direction we're moving in. We don't know if we're coming or going. Have you heard yourself saying that phrase in the last 48 hours? Yeah. You feel like you're running around like a chicken without a head. So I figured before we take our first caller tonight, that I would go ahead and pull an oracle card for everyone, so we know what energy to expect going into the weekend. Yes, I definitely missed you guys. I do apologize for being gone the last 2 weeks. Tonight is our first live episode of Sessions with Spirit in, would it be 3 weeks? Or would we consider, 3 weeks. So I had 2 weeks off, and then, third week. Apparently I'm having problems doing math now. I'm just saying. So let's do this. Like I said, I'm using an oracle deck. It is from one of my most favorite authors. In fact, I need to get her Lamas deck. That was actually just released in the beginning of July. So I can't wait to get my hands on that one. That is number 6 in the collection of Seasons of a Witch, and I can't wait. I also heard rumors that she's going to be making a tarot deck. So you know your girl is extremely excited, especially since I am a tarot chick. So the card that I pulled for everyone was Sun Tea, slow, intentional, delicious, interweaving with life holds more magic than you think. And that means that magic can be found in even the most mundane and trivial moments in life. You know, magic is all around us. It's when we manifest. It is when we put our petitions out for what we want, desire, and need from the universe. It's everywhere. We just have to open our eyes and our mind and become just open to it. So guys, let's go with our first caller. Sydney, are you there, love?
Yes, I am here.
Oh, love, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am fabulous, love. Thank you so much for asking. So how can I help you tonight? What are we reading on?
Let's do love.
Love. Ooh, okay. And I have just the deck for you. I'm using one of my favorites, and I mean one of my favorites, my top three, to be quite honest. It is my beloved, yes, Ada, you already know. My sister from another mister, Ada, my very best friend, gave me this deck, and it is just gorgeous, Sydney. It is pink with gold foil. It's really, really pretty. So I'm excited to be using it for you tonight in your reading.
Yeah, it sounds like a cool deck.
It is, and they shuffle so beautifully. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's always a
Just
plus.
like butter. Yes, it's just like butter. Uh-huh. Of course, then in there you're gonna hear my New York accent really come out. But just the way they shuffle, I really, really love that. I am the type of reader where I will also look at the way a deck is shuffling, and add that as part of the insight for your reading. For me, and I don't know if this holds true to all readers or other readers, but at least for me, I am so very connected to my decks that even when they are feeling a little bit off, I can tell from the way they are shuffling. Or sometimes it'll be in reference to the situation that the person I am reading, what they're going through. So let's start. Cool. Yeah, I know. Isn't that fun? Not a lot of people know that about the shuffling aspect. So I like to always share little pearls of wisdom like that, because I think it even makes the readings more fun. Yeah. It's Absolutely. Nice when you know about the deck. You know what I mean? Yeah, and how they work.
Yeah. Well, especially because we can't see them, so.
Exactly. The very first card that you received was the Five of Pentacles. It is obvious to me that in your past you have definitely experienced a tremendous loss, especially in the area of love. Could have resulted with you getting your heart, I don't want to say severely broken, but definitely did you in for a doozy. Does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Second card, and I'm quite proud of you for this, was the Four of Swords, and that's going to represent you taking that time for you to rest, recharge, and heal. It's also a time that you use to sort of lick your wounds and become and get whole again. The card that fell after that is the Sun card, and that is going to be what I like to call a power card. That is going to refer to a tremendous success. It is also going to refer to success, stability, balance, grounding, all of those beautiful energies falling into place again. We then were followed by that King of Cups, and that card thankfully fell reversed. I read reversals. I think if you don't, you are kind of missing half the deck. What reversals are is when a specific card falls reversed. So instead of it falling upright, it is reversed and it's upside down. That does change the meaning of the card, though it does not always mean something negative. So with that King of Cups falling reversed, that is going to refer to staying away from emotionally manipulative people or possible partners, or not being able to be emotionally manipulated. The very final card was the Star. That's going to refer to a hope, wish, or dream coming true. So I feel as though your happy ending will happen. Yes. It just might be according to the timeline that you are expecting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's positive.
Does that resonate with you?
Absolutely. Yep.
I'm so glad. I did pull one extra card for you, and it was the Two of Cups. That's going to refer to love connection with future potential. So I definitely see that happening in the near future. And for some reason, I keep wanting to say 3 to 6 months. So be on the lookout for that.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. I will remain open and just grow and heal from the past.
Absolutely, love. Definitely. And then, Sydney, if you want to keep in touch with me, maybe send me an update or two. I know I would love that. Feel free to follow me on Tarot Readings by Jean Rose, and that can be found on Facebook.
Okay, perfect. Will do.
Absolutely, love. You have yourself a wonderful night, and thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you.
Yes, I appreciate your time and energy, and I hope the rest of your night goes well.
Thank you so much, love. You take care and be well.
Yep, you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, love. Guys, that was such a great reading. Oh my gosh, yes. So really just letting go of the past. You know, we have this saying in New York. It is Excelsior, and it is the state motto. And what it translates to, because it is in Latin, is onward and upward. As a reminder to us that no matter what we are going through, we should always push forward. Yeah. So, guys, I hope you all are having a fantastic night. As I explained to Sydney, you can, if you are interested in my style of reading, I am available for private appointments. You can find out more info or contact me directly on my business page on Facebook. It is Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. I also am on social media. So, yes, you can follow me there as well. It is Tarot by Jean Rose, both on TikTok and Instagram, as well as Mrs._Stiggy on TikTok. You definitely want to join the TikTok gang. We have a blast over there for sure. Up next is Tammy. How are you, love?
Good. Okay. It was just organized. I had a dream last night that I couldn't find my keys, and then I had a dream that they just all appeared, and then I had nothing to worry about. And then today I lost my keys.
Don't you
And I looked everywhere.
That happened? I will say, and I will just kind of point out that I do feel the analogy with the keys is feeling as though you have lost, I don't say direction, but your way on your path. The keys would signify movement. They could also signify evolution or change, even progress. But I definitely see that movement for sure. Let me go ahead and pull a couple of tarot cards for you, love, and we will see what Spirit wants you to know. So do you have any plans this weekend?
No. I have a few days off, and then I just get stuck working.
I love that. Okay. Oh, I love that. Okay, so love, your first card was death. Now, I know when I say that, people are often like, oh my gosh, but it does not refer to a physical passing. Reason why I say that is because that is unethical. It's a black reading. We do not predict time or cause of death. Yes. So guys, save yourself the trouble. If there is a reader that you know, love, or adore, please refrain from asking them questions like that in regards to readings. Yes. Any reader worth their weight in gold will never ever do that. Yes. So be mindful to stay away from people like that. Not to say that you would have or do that question, but I like to always throw that out there, especially when that card drops. Your second card is the Eight of Swords. And then, of course, we are followed by Judgment. The very first card, death, as I said before, it refers to a transition or change, rebirth, renewal, the whole gamut of that side of the spectrum in regards to emotions. Then we have that Eight of Swords. Eights refer to direction. They do. They also remind us or serve as a reminder to not entertain conflict, whether it be internal, external, it doesn't even matter. It is just the point of moving forward. Yes, moving forward, not acting immaturely, and being able to handle what is being set in front of you.
Right.
Yeah. You also got Judgment. Judgment is going to be all about reaching decisions, making choices, as well as sticking with them. So once you decide to do something, do not go back on your word and back out. Instead, see it through and do that action behind the words.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful cards, love. Let me pull a couple more for you. Oh my gosh, love. Yes, extra cards. Who doesn't love extra cards, right? So the first one was the Fool. I'm so excited to see this card. Oh my gosh, I will tell you why. It is my wife's favorite. Yes, she even has it as a tattoo. The Fool is all about that beautiful reminder to stop and smell the roses, to not be afraid or guarded or even obsessive in regards to things that are going to happen next. Think waiting for the other shoe to drop. You want to stay away from that thinking and energy. Reason why, whatever we think, we speak, whatever we speak, we manifest. So you definitely want to make sure that you are not overdoing it for yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, good, love. I'm so happy. Yeah. Oh, love, you okay?
So do you see like anything positive coming in the future, like for love at all? Because right now, see, I've been dependent.
I totally get
or am
that.
I just an old maid? I just feel like it's just such a like.
Then we also, after that Fool, we got the Queen of Pentacles. That's going to be about a financial gain, followed by Strength, which is all about exercising courage and being brave. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that.
You are so welcome. Why do I feel like you needed to hear that?
Yeah, I did need to hear that. I need to hear that there's some good positive stuff to look forward to.
And that would make sense. It really would. But as I was saying before, and with that third card, which I thought was absolutely epic, that Seven of Pentacles, you want to make sure that you are investing in you. Yeah.
Right.
Make sure you're not going back and forth and putting other people in front of your own needs, wants, and desires. That's not something you want to do. You know, remember, when we want to manifest something, and guys, my workshop will be open in the fall. Yes. Spots are opening August 15th. Yes, they are. And what my manifesting workshop is a course that is designed to help teach you not only to manifest, but also we try with little things. We start out with little things, and then we go to big things. Mm-hmm. It's really funny when I hang out with some of my quote unquote witchy friends, because we're always figuring out ways to terrorize each other in the drugstore or in Walmart. Yeah. Oh my God. Why did my freaking, no, that wasn't my cousin. That was my uncle. Why did my uncle throw Manastat cream in some chick's cart? Oh my God. She's not going to notice, and then she's going to pay for it and be like, what the hell is this? What is this? What is that? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in it. My name is Bennett. No, I do not want to hear that. I know. So, yes, that is gorgeous, love. I'm so happy for you. Like, woo. Yes. It's just so awesome, you know?
Okay, you had me worried there for a little.
Beautiful card, so love. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you tonight. Feel free to follow me on Facebook. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, love. I thought we got disconnected. Feel free to follow me on Facebook at Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. I would love to receive an update from you in the future to see how you are doing.
Okay, sounds great.
Yeah, definitely, love. I look forward to. You're fine, love. You are fine.
All right.
In regards to love, I think things will eventually pan out. It's just a matter of staying present and waiting for things to fall into place. I do feel like timing is going to play a part as well.
Okay. Be patient.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
I know it's hard, and I know it's not what you want to hear. You're probably like, Jean, no. I am done being
I want it right now.
I know.
Okay.
But you know what? Love will come to you. You will not come to it. Like, love finds you, you don't find it. Point blank.
Right.
So, and I know that can be a hard idea to grasp, because at the same time, nobody wants to be lonely either. That's not something that, is on someone's agenda. But when it happens, and has it been a minute since you have been single?
Yeah, it's been a minute. Not
my
too
love.
long, but
anybody that is lucky enough to snag you, yes, you know that they did something right in this life, for sure.
Yeah.
It did. Just
I like to
hold
believe.
more in regards to hold more weight in regards to your worth. I would definitely encourage you to do that at the very least.
Right. Okay.
Oh, love. I'm so glad I was able to read for you tonight. Yes. Fabulous,
Yeah, I
love.
am too.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank
I
you
hope you have
very,
a
very much.
wonderful rest. You are so welcome. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And I definitely look forward to hearing from you soon.
All right, you too. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You are so welcome, love. You have a great night. Yes, guys, those were awesome. So I think we are going to surprise Z and Ash with a reading. Yes, I do. So let's start with Ash. I know, right? Like, what? Oh, as we spill the cards everywhere. Guys, I told you today is just not my day. Oh my God. Who went through this all day? Who went? I know you guys did too. I know you did. Yeah, it has been brutal. My gosh. But anyway, we're going to start, like I said before, we're going to start with Ash. Mm-hmm. Oh, love, you got a lead card, and it was the Seven of Wands, which is a good thing because that's going to refer to a hard-fought success. Maybe moving out on your own, something like that. And just sort of becoming, I don't want to say more independent, but just calm. Does that make sense? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know. Like, what? I cannot. I know. Guys, I told you. It's just, it is what it is. It's fun. Mm-hmm. I know. Isn't that crazy, though? Like, come on. Oh, my gosh. I cannot. Guys, we almost bent the pinky back. That would have been a nightmare if I did that again. Last time it happened, it snapped back like a freaking rubber band, hit the door, hit my finger. I screamed. And before I know it, I'm taking something to the face. And it's like, what? What is this? I cannot. I know. It's like, okay. But yes, guys, if you're watching from Facebook Live, just know I am not ignoring your comments. I simply am just predisposed right now. Yes, I'm a little busy. Right? I know. I love it. So like I said, we're going to start with Ash. Yes, love. If I could get the deck to shuffle. Dear Goddess. Shout out to the Stiggy fam. Yes. All right, love. Oh, wait. I was going to scroll up for the comments. That is so funny. Okay, so first card is the Death card. Yes. No longer being controlled by doubts, fears, and illusions. Also worries. Second card was the Queen of Wands. I wonder who that is. And then last but not least, I think I have pepper sauce or pesto sauce. Don't judge me. I know, I didn't know. I did not know. So guys, yes, tomorrow coffee and cards will be moved up between, I want to say 8 and 8:30. 8:30 will probably be the latest that I will be off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know, like what? It's too much. It's too much. I know. I'm just saying when you have it this crazy, it's like, no, I'm good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Guys, I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. We had such fun. It was a wonderful evening back with all of you. I can't tell you how much I truly appreciate it. If you like my style of reading, please go and check me out at Tarot Readings by Chinos. You can find the name of the page on the description below. Yes, fabulous. I love it. So you guys have a wonderful night. Remember, I am also available for private sessions. And not for nothing, you're really going to want to get your hands on this special. For the month of August, my in-depth reading, which is normally $175, is down to $100. And when you book 2, you save an additional $50. Yes, so 2 readings, and you can get them as cheap as $125. How fantastic, right? Hell yeah, that is epic. Yeah. Guys, also don't forget to follow your girl on TikTok. I am or can be found at Mrs._Stiggy. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Guys, thank you so much for everyone tuning in tonight. It was so very, very, very appreciated. I can't tell you how much I love and adore each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tapping. Thank you also for the cat sleeper. Yeah, I'm just so happy. I know. So guys, I am going to sign off. I want everyone to have a wonderful night. I will see you guys next week. Be blessed and enjoy your weekend. And don't let this crazy energy ruin your day. It's been a lot lately, and that is all right. But I've seen, especially today, guys, we got to look at life like a cat. I mean it. Like a cat. Be unbothered. Act like you have 9 lives. Be aloof. It doesn't bother you. It rolls off you like water off a duck's back. Don't let that, I want to call it poisonous. It isn't literally, but it definitely is figuratively. But that poisonous energy, make sure you are taking your showers, taking your baths, wash all that energy off. It's going to be extremely important, especially as we enter into this crazy retrograde. Guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. It was a blast being back. I definitely missed you and missed coming on and hosting the show. Thanks again for stopping in and joining me this evening. I think it's safe to say that tonight we blew it out of the water. I'll see you guys next week. Take care and love to all. Bye, guys.
watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for New York City Celebrity Psychic with Perry Lyons. Perry Lyons. Live from PerryLyons.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This This is New York City Celebrity Psychic on A1R, the S1 Radio Network.
Hello, cherished friends. I'm Perry Lyons. This is Perry Lyons, New York City Celebrity Psychic. And I'm me and you're you, which is the absolute best thing you can be. I'm sorry I'm a little tilted, so I might ask all my viewers, just lean your head slightly to the side so I look straight. I'm very happy to be here. And I love you. I'm happy you're here. I'm going to start off. I found something else that was kind of cool today. I did a reading for somebody I'd never met who was in England about a year ago. And during the reading, I said, you're going to be having a romantic relationship in about 6 months. And the guy just really reminds me of this actor, I'll just say X, who's a famous British actor, very famous. And I just found out from a mutual friend that she actually did meet the guy I saw for her, who was in fact that actor, and now they're engaged. I thought that was cool. I also wanted to share another quick story while I'm waiting here, staring at the phone like a lovesick teenager waiting for your call. Then I'm going to quickly do the psychic tarot weather, which is just like regular weather, except less damaging to crops. People always ask, well, if you're psychic, why can't you use it to win the lottery? Good question. Here's what happened. It was about 10 years ago, a little after I had my traumatic brain injury, which is one reason I'm psychic today. I had a piano fall on my head, which I'll explain some other time. But it's true. I was in line at the bodega, waiting to buy something, and I was staring idly. They had the lotto numbers from the last drawing displayed. And I was thinking, oh, it'd be nice to win lotto. And as I stared at the numbers, they turned into other numbers in front of my eyes. And I kind of went, blah, 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 what? And they just stayed there. So I quickly wrote down the numbers. And I never play lotto, but I played that time. And I got home, and the next day, I looked up the numbers. And I looked up the numbers I'd written down. And I think it was 4 out of 6 I'd gotten, 4 or 5. I'd gotten enough to win a substantial amount of money. I was never able to find that ticket. It was like the fairies took it. So, I don't know if that means that psychics aren't allowed to use our powers to enrich ourselves, which would be sad because money is one of my favorite things to have. But that's the answer to why don't you use it to win the lottery. I tried. So anyway, I'm sitting here waiting for your call. I will give you very accurate. We have like a 92% accuracy rate, which is pretty good. And I'm going to do the psychic tarot weather now. Here's how this works. I pick 3 cards, and it doesn't matter if you tune into the show intentionally, if you just happen to be passing by and it's playing. If you're listening or watching, these cards apply to your week. The first card is the beginning of the week, which is now. Second card is the middle of the week, which is like the weekend-ish. And the third card, you get the drift, is towards the end of the week. Ready? Oh, that's interesting. The first card is the 6 of Cups, which is a little boy giving a little girl a golden cup filled with flowers. And what this means is either somebody from your past is kind of returning, could be a friend. Often it means somebody who you were romantic with. Ooh. What's interesting as well is that we're about to go into Mercury retrograde, which starts on August 4th. And in Mercury retrograde, a lot of things return to us. I'll go into Mercury retrograde more next week. But this looks like either you're meeting somebody from your past again, which might be very interesting, or the other meaning is you could meet somebody with whom you feel instantly at home and comfortable, like you've known them all your life, like you were kids together. There we go. I love doing that. Second card is very interesting. A lot of different interpretations for this card. It's the 7 of Swords, but my interpretation, I've been doing this for years and I can never get the card right, is that this guy has just snuck into the enemy camp. There's going to be a big battle tomorrow. Lots of people, a lot of blood was going to be shed. But he snuck into the enemy camp and stole all their swords, which means no battle tomorrow. And P.S., got a lot of nice new swords. And this is kind of a looking ahead card. It's strategic planning. It's thinking about the outcome when you're starting to do something. thinking ahead and wise planning. Hope you like swords. Okay, last card, the card I talk about a lot in readings. It doesn't come up that often, but it's only essentially got one, the Wheel of Fortune card. It's only essentially got one meaning. Oh, hi, Sarah in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. I love Canadians. I'll be with you in about 2 minutes. So just breathe deeply and think about the question. Is good? Okay. Thank you. Yay. What this card means is essentially your luck has not been the best for a while. You've had one of those sort of slumps that every human being goes through. And what it means is that your luck is about to change for the better, sort of overnight and sort of drastically. So might be a good time to buy that lottery ticket. But this time, put it someplace where you can find it. So that's our week. So the week starts out with somebody from your past returning, or possibly meeting somebody with whom you have an instant, very deep rapport. And then the strategic planning card, and then your luck is changing for the better card, which it's a little fortune tellery, but I'm done with that because who doesn't like their luck changing? Hi, Sarah. How are you? Oh, so I like to connect to people through their birthdays. When's your birthday, my dear?
August 20th, 1988.
Oh, cool. We love Leos. Woohoo. 1988, 1964. So I think you're Year of the Dragon. Ooh, Leo Dragon. You, girl, are a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. Dragons are the only mythical creature in the whole Chinese zodiac. We're talking about Chinese astrology here. Yeah. And they always lead the parade. And so dragons always have a kind of presence to them, a certain amount of flamboyance, even if they're very quiet. And I think you're pretty reserved, but you still have, people notice when you walk in a room in a really good way. So how can I help you?
I noticed some crows this morning, but I didn't think nothing of it. But then more and more came, and then they stuck around until about noon, and then they just took off right at noon o'clock, and they just went quiet.
Wow.
And I couldn't help get that feeling, and I sat outside paying attention to them, and they kept on getting closer to me, flying over my yard, getting really loud, and I'm like, okay, there's got to be a reason for this, but I couldn't help but get that feeling that there was a message of some sort, and so I felt like I needed some help trying to get that, what that message was.
I love that. You came to the right place. I'm an accredited shaman, or shamanista, as we like to say. Crows are a very interesting and slightly complicated symbol, and it's a great question. I'm so glad nobody's ever asked anything like this before, and I'm so happy you did. Interesting thing about crows is they operate as a flock. My teacher of shamanism, his spirit animal was a flock of crows, not just one crow.
Yes.
And they're also incredibly intelligent.
Yes.
There's an ongoing anthropological / bird experiment that's been going on in Seattle, University of Seattle, for 25 years, where volunteers go into this park that has a lot of crows in it. And half of them have white masks and half of them have red masks. And the ones with the white masks are very nice to the crows. They feed them, they say nice things to them. They say, hey, great feathers, looking really dark today. And the ones with the red masks are kind of mean and threatening and to the crows. And it turns out that crows pass on to later generations what they've learned, because later generations of crows who had never seen these masked people before were very happy to see the white masked ones and very scared to see the red masked ones. The crows are incredibly intelligent. They've got an almost human intelligence. And they bring gifts to people they like. So what I think the crows mean, I know it probably felt a little sinister at the time because crows can look a little crowy. But what it means is you're about to be in a situation where your influence is going to expand. You're going to be reaching a lot more people.
I'm going to be in a situation where,
your influence expands. You reach a lot more people than you're used to.
Okay.
The reason I say that, and it's going to be really unexpected, but you're also going to be asked to use your intelligence, and you have a lot of it, in a strategic way about a situation that's going to come up in the next couple of days. So it might be a slightly difficult situation, but what they're saying is that you have the intuitive and the consciousness smarts to deal with it. Something else crows represent. Oh, that's right. Crows also represent the fact that the people you love who have passed, who are on the other side, are very much with you right now for whatever reason. And I've noticed this in my work that sometimes people show up and they've got like 10 people behind them. Sometimes they have 2. Different people step up for different situations. Different dead people. So it also sounds to me like what they're saying is, you've had a couple friends pass in the last few years. I'm sorry about that. And you had one pretty important person to pass. And I'm sorry about that too. You're too young to have that happen. So they're trying to tell you that you're protected, you're looked after, and you're really smart. There's an extension of this where they might be saying, it's time to take your intelligence seriously. You have an unusual intelligence. You're both right-brained and left-brained, which means you're both good at conceptualizing and intuiting and sort of abstract, chaotic stuff. You're also good at structure. So it's interesting. Does that feel accurate to you?
It's the type of unusual intelligence that the majority of people like to make you out to seem crazy. That type of intelligence, yes.
Yes. Crazy is a word people use when you're either too smart for them to understand, or you are not fitting into any cookie cutter stereotype that they can instantly be comfortable with. It's a feeling I'm very familiar with.
Yeah.
But it also makes you one of my tribe, so welcome. I love that. All the best people in the world have been considered slightly bonkers at one point or another. You're very far from bonkers, but you do have people are unable to pigeonhole you, and that makes people nervous, especially nowadays. We live in a consumer culture. People like to slap people. People like to know what category something is, and you're in a bunch of categories and none at the same time. You're very creative. You're empathetic. You're not soppy. You're a very good friend, but you also have the ability to get stuff done and to think things through, and that's a very unusual combination. And you really are like that. I think the other thing, extending into the future, the sort of crow thing, they might be telling you to take your intelligence even more seriously. I don't know if you are interested in going back to school or something like that, but to study something that you're interested in, because you're not quite challenged enough right now. Yeah?
No, I'm not. And I don't know where to go. I need more guidance as to what to do with my life right now. I don't know what to do with it.
Because of the kind of intelligence you have, the imposing a structure upon creativity, you'd make a great book editor. You'd make a really good architect. You'd make a really good, let's see, what else? I suddenly can't think of any professions. You would make a very good therapist, because I think people use you for that all the time anyway.
Yeah, they do. It's very draining.
It is. You might as well get paid for it. If you do a little research, and it can be a lot of fun to do research, there are a lot of grants available. Also, do you write or paint? There's some sort of creativity. Okay, there's some sort of creativity there.
And draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, painting and drawing, sketching more or less.
Yeah. Well, you're very creative, and you've got an amazing sense of color. I bet you've got a really cool house. You could also become, this is going to sound a little crazy, but you know what feng shui is? It's the ancient Chinese art of kind of managing through furniture placement and colors and stuff like that, managing the energy in your house to maximum sort of fortunate effect. You have a natural affinity for this kind of work. You're very good at sussing out the energy of a space.
Yeah, I got to work on the energies around myself in order to work on stuff like that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to get bad vibes out of your house, I'll tell you what's even better than sage. Sage will sort of say to the bad vibes in your house, would you mind terribly maybe leaving someday, if that would be okay with you? Benzoin, Benzoin, it's a resin. When you burn it, it picks the energies up by the scruff of the neck, curses them out, throws them out through the window with a boot in their ass. You might want to try that, I think.
It's not in spirit, it's in physical being.
Yeah, you're going to have to start distancing yourself from some of the people in your circle. You've got a couple of great ones, but you got a couple of really toxic people there. So sorry.
Yeah.
So think about. Hi, Ashley in Providence. I'll be with you in a minute. What I would do is think about. Let me ask you this: what do you do when you're putting off doing something else? That's often, aside from doom scrolling, that's often an indicator of what we like. So when I'm putting
all
off
I do and all I know to do is be a mom.
Oh, well, that's great.
I've been a mom since I was 18.
You have 3 kids?
I have 2. I lost one.
I'm so sorry. Oh, that's the worst thing I can imagine. You're a great mom. You're very present. I'm so used to New York clients, a lot of narcissists, so I'm used to narcissistic moms. You're so not narcissistic. You reflect your kids.
No, I'm very supportive of their thoughts, feelings, and
individuality,
their wishes, their dreams,
Yeah. I would like you to think of yourself as your own child for a couple of weeks and start to notice your own individuality, your own strengths, and give yourself the same kind of support and unconditional love. You're very hard on yourself that you give your kids. And I think in the next 2 years, you're going to wind up doing something that is going to be challenging, stimulating, and satisfying. You would also make a very good teacher. You got a natural. I think you've done that in past lives. You're sort of like, I don't really want to, but you make it very good.
I'm at that point. I've just been a mom for so long. I'm done with kids, really. But
well, start making it kind of a project. I'll be right with you, Ashley. To kind of explore and find out what you love doing. You have a lot of talents. You've got a very good mind, really good, and I think much better than
that's what I struggle with the most, is because I know I would be great at many things, but I gotta find that one thing.
Pick one thing. You can even pick something that you sort of randomly like. You don't have to commit to it forever, but just picking one thing and doing it. It's sort of like you pick a window to look out of, and if you stay at that window long enough, you'll see the world go by. Pick one thing. And if
I'm kind of in that mindset of like, I'm not getting any younger either,
Yes, I know that mindset. But on the other hand, you're younger today than you'll ever be. So put age off the table. You're actually, from where I sit, you're just a baby in PJs. I'm old. If you could possibly take some online courses, I think you'd really enjoy finding out how smart you are. Even something like English Lit or philosophy or art appreciation. You have such a good mind. Let me think about this. And if you want to contact me at Perry Lyons on Facebook, PERILYONS. Let me think about
Perry Lyons?
Yep, that's me. Hello.
Yeah, and you're on the group there?
I have a couple of pages, so just reach out to me. And
I can private message. I'll just say hi.
Yeah.
It's Sarah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And I'll tell you, I'm going to think about what are some good things for you to do, and I'll get back to you. How's that? On me.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Right, sweetheart. You're welcome, darling. Thank you for calling. I get the coolest people here. Hi, Ashley. Are you still there?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Oh, thank you for being so patient. I'm awesome. How are you?
Good.
How funny. All of my best friends in New York are from Ontario. I still have to figure that out. You guys are so cool. How can I help you?
So I'm not sure if you're a medium. Wanted to see if anybody was around me or just a general reading. There's a lot going on with my sons and myself. So.
I'm sorry, your son and yourself, did you say?
Yeah, both. I have 2 kids and myself. Yeah. There's been a lot going on.
Yes, there has. A lot. Wow. The fact that you're still standing is pretty impressive. What day is your birthday? I like to connect people through their birthdays.
March 2nd.
Oh, you're Pisces too. Rock on with our March selves. Yeah. We're awesome. I love Pisces women. Funny, Pisces women are really strong and really kind of, the Pisces men are very charming, but kind of weak. I don't know what that is. Anyway, let me see. We can do a little mediumship. It's easier if I just open the door. Random people tend to come through. So is there somebody in particular you'd like to reach?
Either my father or my kid's grandmother.
So that would be your partner's mom or?
My ex-partner's mother, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like her.
Or my father.
Or your father. Your father's kind of, it's interesting. He doesn't like the spotlight very much.
Nope.
Yeah, he's kind of reserved. So he sends you his love. I don't think he's going to come forward. Your grandmother is like, I'll take his place, no problem. But your dad really loves you. He's very much with your children. A lot of guardian angel energy there. Does your son look like or act? One of your sons look like or act like your dad?
My youngest son, I actually, maybe a month before he passed, I told him I was pregnant. And when he was born, he had the widow's peak like my dad.
Oh my gosh, yeah. They have nice names too. You're good at names. What are your son's names? Do you mind me asking?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, I like what you named your sons. You gave him really good names, kind of unusual and strong.
My oldest is Christopher. He's a junior. And then my second is Cole.
I love the name. Those are great names. I love the name Cole. Excellent names.
Me too. Every single time I say it, I'm like, I love that name. Couldn't fit him more.
Perfect. So your dad sends his love. Your children's grandmother is kind of a pistol. Very opinionated. Hold on a second.
Yes.
See if I've got the right person here. She's a little scoldy because she knows best and she's not shy about letting you know that she kind of does know better than you. But she's also very loving and a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Did she make a certain? There's something she made. I don't know if it's a candy or a cookie, like a cookie with M&Ms on it or something. There's something she made for kids that was really yummy.
To make, and my son he's 10 years old. When she passed, he was 4. She used to make breaded chicken. We actually made that tonight for dinner, and he always helps me make it. And then for dessert, she would always make like a strawberry shortcake.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's what I was getting. That sounds great. I'm going to come over for dinner. I can be there in about 6 hours. Kids are so cute when they cook with us. What else is she saying? She says it's her son, right? That was with you?
Yes.
She says
we're not together anymore.
Yeah. She says he was a dope for leaving the partnership. She's actually.
I was a dope?
No, he was a dope, not you. You're not a dope.
Oh, okay.
No. Not a dope. Ne dope pas, as we say in French. It's interesting because you were very good for him. Very good. And I think he had the most sort of stable, happy life that he's had so far when he was with you. But boys. Go figure. But it was really funny because she kind of likes you better than him. I mean, she loves him, obviously, but your other son looks very much like his dad. And he's he's got, got a little, and he's got a little of that swag, too.
So everybody says that.
Yeah. It's so funny. He's like a little man. One of those little boys is like, I'm a little man. Yeah. The other one's I love him. He's delicate and sensitive and he's just such a sweetie. So I get the older one is having more energy and the younger one is being more of a sweetie pie.
Yes.
What else is she saying? Is the older one, she wants him to be on some sort of sports team? Is he good at soccer? What's he good at?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's actually going to regionals this weekend for baseball.
Yeah. She loves that.
He's doing unbelievable in baseball.
Yeah, he's got incredible hand-eye coordination. She says that's from her side of the family. She was actually good at games or things like that. I mean, I don't think she got much chance, but I think when she was young, she was pretty athletic.
Yes, absolutely.
She gave up a lot for her marriage. I'm not sure it was a great marriage, just between you and me, but she hung in there.
I believe
she was. Yeah, she's very smart. She's really encouraging to you. So what she's saying, and I've got 60 seconds, so I'm going to talk really fast. A, she's with her kids all the time. B, she really likes you. So you can ask her for help with something. And C, she wants you to, again, I said this with my other caller, you've got really cool intelligence. And she wants you to take your intelligence seriously and take your talent seriously because she says you're very special. And I agree with that. I feel like, I'm not sure if you're working right now, but I feel like it's possible for you to get a job you like better and more suited to you. That's probably next year.
I work in the office, and I actually was looking today. So when I was listening to your last call, you were saying about an online course. I was looking today about online courses and how I wanted to. I work in the office, but I was like, let me look at bartending courses online to get a certification and then learn from there. Okay. So
I love that for you. I've got to go, my angel. Our time is up, but please do that follow up and let me know how you're doing. I'm Perry Lyons on Facebook. All right, sweetheart. Big hug. And that color looks great on you.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for the Hallie Elise Show with Hallie Elise. Hallie Elise. Live
from HowieElise.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Howie Elise Show on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not sure if I'm live or not. I'm seeing video in the background before it was music. My producer is telling me yes, though. That said, everyone, it's always nice. We start the show out with laugh, or at least I start out laughing because I've got the best producer in the world. We had some little weird techie glitches taking place. But I have to share, really and truly, if you know anything about metaphysics or energy and frequencies, you find that radios, TVs, telephones, streetlights, all sorts of things tend to respond when you exert a higher vibration. Kind of fun. You can play a little game too at home. Now, I'll give you an example so this will make more sense and not sound so woo-woo. Science supports this, but I'll give you a little something that'll make sense to you. If you've ever noticed someone who was madly in love, they beam. They don't even have to tell you that they're madly in love. Their eyes glow, they beam. Their face is just filled with joy. There's just a sense about them, right? That's a raised vibration. That's a raised energy. The frequency that they are emitting is more intense than usual. By the same token, if you have someone who's feeling depressed, not only will you see it on their face because they're downtrodden or because possibly they look like this, there is a shift in the energy, a shift in vibration. And so when I speak about lights being affected and phones and radios and TVs, my family kind of tests to that. It's really funny, actually. I spoke to a family member earlier today who said he thought he was having a mom phone moment because of something going on. And I thought it was kind of cute. I don't think it dawned on him, that it could have been himself that was having an impact on what was going on. So if you are finding that weird little glitches happen all the time unexpectedly, and everybody else around you seems to be absolutely fine with their technology, fine with whatever they're working on, you might want to turn it down a notch. And what I mean by that is simply allow yourself to feel very still for a moment, take a nice deep breath, and recognize that being still means you have control over what's taking place. What you do with that is you allow yourself to take in and control the moment. It's kind of a cool thing to do. And it's really quite simple. It just takes a little bit of practice. Okay, I think I saw Sheila is on the line from Canada. Is that correct?
Yes. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. You sound like you have an accent that's not specifically Canadian. Are you actually from there originally?
Yeah, but I lived in Toronto for years.
Got it. So it just depends, I guess, on which city you're in as to how the tone sounds when you speak.
Yeah.
Okay, did you have a specific question you wanted to address? Would you like me just to free flow and give you information, or both? What would you like?
Oh, both is good. Could I start with a question though, please?
Absolutely.
Could you please tell me if my father left a will that my mother has been deceptive with me about?
Okay, give me a moment to focus on this.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's interesting because for some reason it feels to me as if there is something left from your father, but not specifically a will. It almost feels as if it's a list of directives or a note of intention, as if, I'm getting confirmation here, as if it's not a proper will. If your mom is telling you that there is nothing, in her mind, she may be seeing it that way because it's not, again, I'm going to say, quote unquote, a proper will. But I do feel as if there is something there that lets her know what your father wanted. But I get the sense that in her mind, it's not, I don't want to say it's not important enough, but it's the only way that I can explain it, that what she's found paper-wise is not important enough that she still gets to determine and decide what's taking place. You may have to pursue this by checking in with someone who deals with the law and ask them to intercede on your behalf and ask her to submit or offer up any paperwork that your father had left with any sort of commentary in the event that he was no longer here. Because it could be handwritten, not notarized, or not with a official seal. But again, I get the overall impression here that there is something that's there. Hopefully that gives you a bit of, okay?
Okay. Did my father leave my sister to distribute the will? Do you know, possibly?
See, again, I get an ambiguous feel here. Okay, I kind of get the sense that it's your mom who's running the show. So if you're, put it this way, if your sister was supposed to be the designated party, it would only be at your mom's discretion that it would happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because my sister told me that my mom would say there was no will, and then she'd say, oh, she just would change the story, and then my sister said there was a will, and she was left to be the person who told people what they got. But then my mom, the story I got, my mom wouldn't give her the will, and then when my sister pushed it, my mom stopped talking to her and was basically disowning her.
I'm so sorry.
So nothing ever became of it.
I really, again, feel that it's not a formal will. I do get papers there, dad's intentions. And it may simply be that he wrote something originally or had something done originally, and then your mom intervened and changed
Like maybe
things.
when he had dementia, she possibly got him to write something over.
I was going to say that, again, major confirmation here is if she kind of nudged him to make changes. So I keep coming back to it's not official. And I feel like if you can get in touch with an attorney who specifically deals with these types of things, maybe you can just pay a small fee to ask some questions, get some feedback as to how to move forward. It would be helpful.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it feels as if it won't be until your mom goes that you get the truth.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I do my best to try to keep things as constructive as possible, but I just not getting a great feel here. I will tell you that your mom is very insecure about her future. A big part of why she behaves the way she behaves. And I feel like this has always been who she is. This is not something new.
Okay.
Okay, hon. On a higher note, just so that you know, we are in August, September, October, November, December, January. So get through the next 4 or 5 months here. Do your best to try to keep your chin up. January is going to be the start of a fabulous year for you. I feel like January and February are going to be amazing months.
Oh, good. That's good news.
All right, my friend, I wish you well. I truly do. And as I said, you might want to just inquire with someone who has a legal background to give you some insight. Maybe even look online. Sometimes you have attorneys that will offer assistance for a smaller fee than if you were to come into their office to just pick their brain.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Have a great night.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I know we have somebody else on the line, and forgive me. Jerry, is it?
Hi. Yes.
Oh, yes, I got you. Is it a J or a G?
Jeri.
Okay. I was just curious. And is it Geraldine?
Yes.
It is Geraldine.
No,
okay.
just Jerry.
It's just Jerry. Interesting.
Nope. And
That's
what is
I
your
heard.
name? You don't sound like a Howie.
No, it's not Howie. It's Hallie. Halley.
Okay, that's much better. Much better. Thank you.
W. No worries. We're doing really great here on radio. See, your dog wants to get into the act too. I love it.
Yeah, he just started.
It's okay. Did you have a specific question you wanted to address?
No, I don't. I just wanted to see what I was given.
All right, you got it. I'm going to share something that's going to sound funny. I receive information in a myriad of ways. So sometimes it's I hear it, I see it, it's like moving pictures, I smell things, I taste things. I know it sounds really funny. I feel as far as the heart palpitations, hearing little ringing in my ears. It just depends on what it is. I got the funniest picture in my mind's eye as soon as we started to talk. And that was of you pushing a shopping cart, like being in the grocery store. And the feeling was abundance. It wasn't like, oh God, I've got to go to the store and get things. It was more a sense of abundance, of being able to just go, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. I get the feeling here that you're going into a really auspicious, a really abundant cycle over the next couple of years. We're in 24, 5, 6. I'm actually going to go up to 27. I'd say between now and March of 2027, you're going to find that a lot of doors open up for you. You're going to find that things that you didn't expect that would happen in your favor do. The biggest part of this, though, to make things happen master and to be able to really enjoy is you have to let go of the stuff you've been holding on to. You're really good at holding on to the good and the not so good. Like you've got a really good memory when it comes to if somebody hurt your feelings or if they disturbed you on some level or they made you angry. You have that neatly put in a box along with all of the wonderful good things. Do, if you can, a little forgiveness work just so that you're able to truly take advantage of this good that I get coming in. Because I'd hate for you to miss.
I wish I knew what that was.
Okay, so part of it I can tell you, and again, I get this shopping cart picture in my mind, which is kind of neat, is being able to have the things that you want that you haven't been able to get up until this point. And this is not just a short cycle of a couple of months. The door is opening.
Right.
Little by little, you're going to start to see things come together. And I'm going to give a silly example, but let's say you wanted to get a new car, just as, a little thing.
Right.
And you've been saying, well, I have to wait because I have to do this and, because the money goes here. And, it's been more a matter of having to organize and figure out how you're managing when you get something big that's a decent expense. And yet what I'm getting is a sense of we're in August. I'm going to say by September next year, if you want to do big purchases, all you're going to have to do is say, I want to go get that. You will find yourself in a position. That would be nice. It's a beautiful change because I feel as if the last 15 years typically has been, oh my goodness, a push to just show up and take care and yourself to do what you need to do. And even if you weren't happy about it,
absolutely.
This cycle,
thankfully. So financially things are going to get better so I can take that stress off, right?
Yes. And again, you're going into almost a 2.5 year cycle that's coming up here. It's going to start out slow. We're going to go, oh, well, that's kind of nice, or, oh, that's a surprise. And then all of a sudden you're going to start noticing there's consistency. Understand that it doesn't happen just overnight, meaning I'm not getting that somebody knocks at the door and gives you a big bag of cash, but I am getting that all of a sudden the pieces start coming together for you so that you not only have your needs met, but again, if you want to go purchase something, you're like, I'm going to go get it. There's no other thought. It's just about the joy of having.
Nice.
So that's the direction that you're moving in. But as I said, you may want to do a little bit of forgiveness work simply so that you can take advantage of the abundance that's coming in the best way possible. Because whenever we hold on to old gunk, we don't realize it, but it does have an impact on how open we are to good coming in. So you want that door to be wide open for you. Okay, that's number one.
That would be nice.
Actually,
I've been wanting to have my porch redone to be into to be more into like a Florida room because I'm in South Florida, and right now it's just a screened in mess, and the rain comes in and all that. And I'm actually in the process of getting that done.
Beautiful.
They haven't started yet, but it's scheduled.
Okay, and that may be the very.
That is a big plus for me.
Yes, and let me finish off here too, because I don't want to lose this. Sinuses, but specifically throat, you want to take care of. You want to make sure that your voice is strong. If you feel as if it's a little irritated, if you feel it's a little raspy, do whatever you can to rest it and nurture and take care of it. The part of this I'm getting to is when you get mad, you don't hold back. So let me just say this. Ask yourself the question, do I need to say anything right now before you speak when you're angry? Because saying it in your head, very different than it coming out of your mouth. Give a little thought, because it comes down to when you lose your patience, that's when it all just goes and spills out. with this as well, I'm thinking in terms of flow of the energy that is coming to you. You don't want anything to hamper it, anything to get in the way. So just check in with yourself.
Okay.
You know, if you find yourself agitated, just say, okay, do I need to say anything right in this minute? And if you feel in your gut.
That's a good point.
Okay. If you feel in your gut that it's not necessary, then say, all right, I'll think about it later. Just kind of give yourself permission to let it go for the moment. I'm not saying don't feel the way you feel. I'm not saying change who you are. I'm simply saying make it easier for you to be in the moment. Important.
Got it.
I want to focus on your porch for a moment, because when you get it completed, I feel like there's going to be more birds around. So you may want to set up a something on the glass or something nearby.
Excuse me, more what? I didn't hear what you said. More what around?
Birds. BIRDS, birds.
Birds? Oh, birds. Okay. Okay.
You may want to get
animals.
I got that. There's more animals coming overall, but specifically birds. And birds are known to be deliverers of information, whether it's whether it's in mythology or you even look at the Bible. Oftentimes we see, for instance, the dove after the floods. Noah looked to the dove to deliver a leaf, right? So they are the bearers of good news. They can be a bad news too, but I feel like in this case, it's going to be for good news. And you want to make the space as open and receptive as possible to the birds that will be showing up. And I feel like you will see some beautiful, beautiful animals. So it won't just be that blue jay or a little finch. You will notice all different color birds starting to show up once the porch is completed.
Good. I love them now as it is. And I bought a new bird feeder, one of those that it has a camera on it. And when the bird goes to go eat, the camera picks it up and I can watch and it on my phone and it'll tell me what kind of bird and all about it.
Oh, that's wonderful. So it's right in alignment with what's
Isn't
going
that cool?
It is. Absolutely. You may need to have more than one camera. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, I've got a ton of feeders already, but that's my special one I'll have.
Good. I just feel like that's the thing to pay attention to. Okay. Now keep in mind, if you have bird food, you'll also have more squirrels. And that's going to be kind of fun to see who takes the food first, the squirrels or the birds. Have a great time.
Yeah, but they get their share too. So I've got so many out there that the squirrels, they have theirs.
I love it.
I feed them all.
Okay, on a totally different note for a moment. I'm sorry?
Nope, the phone kind of cuts in and out sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, I keep getting a sense that you should be going on a visit out of town. I don't know if you've scheduled it yet or not, but I feel like it will be very joyful. If you've been putting it off, it's time to say, I'm going to do it.
I am.
Good.
I've been wanting to go on a cruise, on an Alaskan cruise, and I'm going at the end of the month.
Oh, fabulous. I'm jealous. Put me in your suitcase.
It's one of those things every year I put it off. And this time it's like every year there's an excuse. So this time you just put it on a credit card and let's go.
Good.
My age is creeping up there every year. So
like all of us for sure. But again, just remember you're stepping into a new cycle here and all of this good is going to start showing up. And you've already started walking in that direction. You think about it. You've already scheduled the appointment for the porch. You've already set up your trip. There is more to come. I just know that if your focus is more on that good that is coming in the door, you can really take hold of it and really enjoy it. Now, I'm going to ask a funny question. You don't have to answer. However, I will simply say I just get a strong feel. When it comes to romance, I'm going to phrase it differently. I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to make a statement. If you want more sweetness in your life, then you have to actually think about it a little bit more than what you've been doing.
Okay.
Okay. Because during this cycle that we have, I feel like there too, there's abundance if you want it.
Okay. Well, nice. That'll work too.
Awesome. I mentioned the very beginning, I don't know if you caught the very beginning of the show, but I was talking about energy and our vibration and what we put out into the world. And if we are in a happier space, if we are more content, if we are vibrating at a particular frequency, we can attract what we want. By the same token, we can attract what we don't want if we're not mindful of what we're putting out into the world. So as you start to unpack some of the old stuff, don't beat yourself up over anything. Just say to yourself, okay, that was then, this is now. Now I'm choosing to have more fun. Now I'm choosing to have sweetness. Now I'm choosing to smile more. It will make a huge difference at how quick your good comes to you.
Well, I'm so excited to hear this because it hasn't been an easy couple of years. So this will be a nice change.
It will. It truly will. And the only other thing that I'm going to say is be mindful to stay hydrated. And even when you go on your trip to Alaska, make sure you drink enough water. Don't think, oh, I'm just going to drink whatever's on the ship and I'm not going to have any water. Be sure to have water too, because it's very important for you.
Okay.
Okay, my friend?
Okay. Is there anything I can do for physical energy?
Well, if you slept better, it would be helpful. Perhaps get yourself some music that is specific to creating peace during sleep, something that you could play in the background. Maybe check on YouTube, type in a restful night's sleep or sleep music for better health. I'm sure they'll have something.
Okay. All right. I never thought of that. So thank you so much, Hallie. I really enjoyed this.
Thank you. I enjoyed you as well. Have a wonderful rest of your night, hon.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye now. So it's not just me with the funny glitches sometimes with the phone and the sound. It's technology. Woohoo! All right, folks, if you'd like to get a hold of me during the week, feel free to reach out to HalleyElise.com. That's HalleyElise.com. Or feel free to call the office, 561-755-2166. And that is in the U.S. in case you are calling from another country. And then, of course, there is always email, Facebook, LinkedIn. Like most of us, you'll find me in a myriad of places. I do hope you were listening a bit about the energy, about what you put out. It's important. Take care.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Understanding Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Understanding Spirit. I'm your host, Mary. I hope you're all having a really good week. I'm going to do a 3-card pull again, like I always do, and it is for the collective. Again, just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, or, just hang on to it and see what comes up for you. It may be coming up as a warning or something that you need to remember sometime in the near future. Okay, so just take a minute to choose between card 1, 2, or 3. Okay, if you have chosen the first card, it's this one here, okay, which is currents of emotions, uncontrolled feelings. Now, the thing with this card is what is really standing out is the storm and the river. It's a strong current there. So it's dealing with very strong emotions and upheavals that you could be having right now, or potentially even nearing the end of coming, or you're just in the middle of it, or it's coming. And this card is just saying, don't get swept away with all your emotions. Try to control your emotions. If you're feeling bouts of any anxiety or depression, try to bring yourself into some kind of balance, get more clarity, as you approach any situation or problem, in your life. Try not to do it through, negative thoughts and emotions. Try to look at things level-headed so things just don't go out of control. The good thing about any kind of storm is the storm never lasts forever. And then after that, it's calm waters, sunshine, rainbows. So good times will come, okay? So don't be in too much despair if you are in the middle of this or starting to go through this at the moment, okay? If you've picked card number 2, it's this one. Okay, it's face entanglements, emotional influence, all right? And Spirit are just asking for you not to get caught up in other people's emotions. Potentially, card 1 and card 2 might relate to anyone who's picked either of those cards, all right? And it's about not taking things home with you, okay? So if somebody is doing really well, you don't want to be going home and thinking, well, my life's not that great. Or if they're unhappy, don't be going home and taking those emotions with you where they're just going to drain you, right? If this is going on inside your home, then, Spirit is like, go outside, take yourself for a walk, get in, some nature, surround yourself with people who raise your vibration, all right? And then you can feel a bit stronger and a bit better and able to deal with those kind of things when you go back home, okay? And just set emotional boundaries for yourself, all right? Know when something is too much and that you can take a step back if you need to, basically. All right, if you've pulled the 3rd card, it's this one here, which is kinship. I absolutely love this card. And while I drew this card, I couldn't stop looking at this picture of this female here, and she just looks like such a free spirit to me, and so in the moment, and so happy with the people that she's around. And it's really about finding your soul group, finding your soul tribe, and the people that raise you and support you. You don't all have to want the same things necessarily, but if you are all happy for each other and are supportive of each other, regardless of what it is, that's really what matters. And it's like a connection of people that, you know, you can all constantly raise each other's energy and constantly be teaching each other, all right? And don't be afraid also to break off from people, all right? If the people that you're with, you're not vibing with them energetically, or sometimes you're just feeling, I don't know why I'm with these people, that's okay. Step back, find a new group for yourself, all right? We all work through life differently, and sometimes disconnections just happen. It doesn't mean anything. It's just we go our separate ways. So don't be afraid to do that if that's where you're sitting at the moment. Okay, now I'll get to my caller. I've got Tabitha on the line. Tabitha, how are you?
Hi. Good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How can I help you today, Tabitha?
I just want to see if I have any spirits around me.
Yeah. Okay, I do have a male spirit here. He's been with me for a while, so I'm hoping that he's for you and you know who it is. He's presenting, he's got dark hair, he's wearing a black suit, he's got a white shirt on, and he came in showing me clogs, beer fests, a lot of stuff that had to do with Germany. And he was talking about like happy times. And he also came in like he was holding his chest and showing me like that some vomiting, feeling dizzy, like really off balance, and could have been vertigo, could have happened when he passed, but he was just giving me all these things at once. Do you know who this male is?
I don't.
Okay, all right. Let me see if he wants to say anything to you, or I'll see if another spirit comes through. All right, I'm just going to go to the message that he wants to give to you, because he's still pushing it. So sometimes it can be somebody that you worked with or a friend, and you might have forgotten who it is. So the message that he wants to give you is that he was saying he was very impatient in his life. So he's saying for you to slow down and just take things slowly as well. All right. So I don't know if that message resonates with you, but I'm just going to leave that with you and just see who else comes forward for you. Okay. Does that message make sense for you, Tabitha?
Yeah, I've been not patient lately, so that could be.
Yeah.
It could be my family that I've never met. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes, look, sometimes that happens. I feel like this spirit was well traveled, because he was also showing me Greece, and this was somebody who probably liked to go on a lot of vacations and liked to enjoy himself. It could also be my guide is saying you do know who it is, but you might sort of be just going blank right now, all right, especially if we're focused on somebody in particular, all right? So I'm just going to see if another spirit will come forward for you.
Because I'm trying to see if my cousin that passed away from cancer, or my godson that passed away from cancer, has anything.
Okay, your cousin or your
and my godson.
Sorry, Tabitha, did you say your cousin?
Yes, my cousin. He died of cancer, and then my godson committed suicide.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, I feel like maybe your godson might be here. He's holding on to his throat. Do you know how he passed? Did he hang himself?
Yes.
Okay, that's who's with me. All right. Let me see what he wants to say to you. He's saying he unalived himself because he had way too many problems in his life. He's also saying a lot of the things that were going on with him went under the radar. People didn't either know or not know how bad it was. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
Okay, do you know, he's showing me cards like where you gamble. Do you know if he was gambling at all?
I don't know, but his dad moved him out of state away from us.
Okay, all right. Because he is showing me gambling around him, so I don't know if there was financial concerns. He's also showing me that there were people looking for him. So his father might have given one reason as to why he moved him away, but it could have had to do with that as well. Okay? Does that make sense for you?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. He's saying to me that there was a lot of secrecy around this, and he's saying there was only a collective few that knew everything that was going on. And he's showing me like about 3 people, all right, that really knew everything. I'm just going to see because we don't have much time. Tabitha, I'll see what else he has to say. Are you looking to go out with somebody? Have you just started dating somebody, or you've got a new friend or someone like that in your life?
It's my best friend. I've had a crush on him.
Like them. All right. So his advice is, he's come forward. His advice is, he doesn't like them. Find someone else.
Okay.
All right. And he's like, you deserve better, and look ahead with a lot of light and happiness in your life, okay? There's more coming for you.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Tabitha. Sorry, we're out of time, but I'm glad he came forward for you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Take care.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Psychic Paths with Suzanne Marie. Live from PsychicPaths.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Psychic Pat on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio. I am Suzanne Marie, and I will be your host for a little bit. I hope that everyone is doing well and feeling loved and safe. I am a clairvoyant and a light trance medium, and if you would like a private session with me, you can reach me at www.psychicpass and browse my website. I am available for private readings for a half an hour and an hour. So I can see past, present, and future. And I also speak to past loved ones. So hi, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I really do. It's been a tumultuous kind of time. And I'm really hoping that we can find ourselves in the midst of all of this, astrologically and every kind of way, to be patient and loving and kind. That's what I would like to see. That's what I pray for, that everyone can be kind and loving towards each other during this time. Without it, I don't know what to do, what we would do. We have to be kind to each other. We're kind of dependent on being loving and kind towards each other. And the other thing that we are dependent on is faith and hope. So whatever is going on and whatever seems to be bothering other people and yourself, this is Breezy right here, and she's a handful. I would hope that you would keep your faith, the faith that things are going to work out in its best interest, and the hope that better things are coming, just coming, because I do believe that the universe is working in our best interests. I am looking for a positive sign, and I hope everyone else is, that things are just going to work out. We don't have to worry, and if it means being still and meditating and staying away from the constant noise of things that just cause us trouble. Do I have a caller? Let's see. We're hoping for a good caller tonight. We have Marlies from British Columbia. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. What can I help with tonight?
I'm not even sure because I've never had one of these readings before. So maybe if you can just let me know what you're seeing, and maybe that'll help guide me to whatever it is that's the lost soul out there. I mean, of course,
You felt drawn for a reading tonight? You felt drawn for a reading?
Yes.
Okay. Hang on while I catch on to your energy and connect with it. Okay, so let me see if this resonates. I feel like you're a very, very, very hands-on person with things. Right away, I think what Spirit is trying to tell me is that you want things that are proven And what do you call it? You don't go for a belief. There's not a whole lot of like UFOs or so this is the first thing I'm getting is that you're very level-headed and you pride yourself on being a clear thinker and grounded. That's what I'm getting.
Well, I like to think I'm a clear thinker on a good day.
Yeah, I'm really getting that. Yeah, that you wouldn't be a sheep. You because someone said something wouldn't be good enough for you. You're not just going to follow anyone or, which is a very not a good trait, very good trait to have that ability to be a clear thinker. I'm also picking up maybe a loss. Someone has passed away and they're standing behind you. I'm going to see if I can get them clearer. Do you have a sister? Because there's also
I do have a sister.
I have a very strong feeling that you were destined to be sisters. It was meant to be kind of a thing. Such joy. I feel such joy with that sister. Not always alike though. You're not always alike. There's
No, yeah, we're two completely different people. She's actually my older sister, and she
seems to be.
Still,
she's what?
Yeah, and she's still here with us.
Right. Yes, I got that. I feel like she has a more of a let go attitude. Well, the things that make you think are the one things that will make her say, "Okay, now let's move on." She doesn't stay thinking, is what I'm getting. Let me see.
Yeah, no, that's pretty true. She doesn't give two rats, whereas I do take a little bit more things to the heart.
That's what I'm picking up. The person isn't coming very clear in, but I feel like it's a more of a grandparent. I think it's a grandparent, and for some reason they're just there. I think what I can tell you is that they're there with you. They're always with you and caring about you, and they're rooting for your success, and they're there comforting you when you do feel low and feel down. I feel like it's a woman though.
Well, I did lose. I've lost both of my parents. My dad on my birthday unexpectedly, and then my mom suffered through a horrific type of cancer. Just horrific. And so, yeah, I do struggle with that because she was taken out in not a very good way. And she was like just a go-getter too, right up until she was 80.
I feel like this person that's there from the other side does not want to start something like a communication, but they're there. And I noticed, I see people who fast, maybe because they don't want to cause you any pain. They don't want to bring that up again. And I think maybe that's why they're kind of shielding themselves. Do you feel like you've healed from your mother's passing? Because I do feel like it's a woman.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't healed because, like I said, yeah, my mom was such a wonderful person that everybody loved her in our little community. And, like I struggle with the fact of what happened to her, and it just wasn't fair to her.
I am so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, thank you. And I don't feel that I've ever had any closure with it because, you know, I mean, she was diagnosed with a cancer. Yeah.
That's terrible.
And
I'm
ended
so
up being
sorry.
paralyzed and just, yeah, it's just a
Well, I
horrific
feel like-
death for her. And
I feel like on the other side, they just don't want to. They know you're not healed. That's probably why they're kind of shielded. But they're there. Your mother is around you. This woman is around you. I asked for a message, and what she's showing me is little flowers, and they're in her hand. I think she wants you to have peace. I wonder if they're, you know, lily of the valley. They're small.
yeah,
I think she just wants you to have peace.
yeah. Well, I just, it's hard because it just, you know, I feel so freaking bad for my mom. And that's what I struggle with because it just was not fair. Like it just, like I said, it was horrific. Absolutely. It was not fair that this happened to her.
She's at peace now. Yeah. And even though that happened, that's not where she's now. The second that she passed away, she became peaceful and surrounded by love and an amazing amount of comfort. She let go. She let go physically and mentally, and she's just in a bright spot. And I think that I would ask you to come back to the show, anyone on the show, when you feel a little more healed, and communicate with her again, because I feel like she does have a message for you, but I think she's saying not now. It is my fault that I had seen her and thought maybe she wanted to communicate, but she's not ready now, and you're not ready. But I want you to think about coming back and speaking to another A1R psychic radio person and having some good communication. Okay?
Okay, yeah, and I do actually have a lily of the valley on my kitchen table. It's not that tiny one, but it's a bigger.
Okay. Well, she is definitely with you. So talk with her and know that she's present and loving. She's loving on you. Okay?
All right. Okay.
Thank you so much for calling, and I do hope that you get a chance to call back and communicate.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Welcome. Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager-Walker. Julie Yeager-Walker. Live from wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Your Time to Shine on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you are doing well. Can you believe it is the 1st of August already? Wow. I don't even know what has happened to summer. It's halfway over, it feels, and we haven't even begun. But enjoying some really intensely hot weather here in the Pacific Northwest. I think it hit over 100 degrees today. So it's a little warm for me. I've been enjoying the really nice days of 75, 80 degrees and then cooling off into the low 60s at night. That's my kind of weather. I'm a little fair weathered, I guess, when it comes to that. But wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. And are you catching some of the Olympics? I am. It's been pretty fascinating, especially to see Paris and all its just magic and brilliance. So I hope you're watching some of those amazing athletes. It blows my mind that people are so incredibly talented and strong. So I'm hoping you're enjoying all of that. So tonight, talking about spirituality, as my friend Melinda and I are getting ready to put on our retreat in Portland, Oregon. And if you haven't heard about that, do go to my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com and look up under retreats of 2024, and you will find all the information right there, September 7th and 8th. So in this, as we are planning for the retreat, we start talking about spirituality. And I've had other people talk about this with me, clients and such. What exactly is spirituality, right? So spirituality is really a way of being for an individual. It's really an individual way. It's not, when you think of religion, you think of the masses, right? You think of churches with large groups of people all, paying tribute and giving thanks to a single God of whatever that is of the religion. Whereas spirituality is more a way of life, more a way of being. It is having that peace and that harmony. It is knowing that you are something bigger than just being human. It's about knowing there is something bigger than us, right? Being the creator of all that is, of everything that has been created in our life, in our world. Knowing that there are higher powers, not just a specific God or religion to go by. And so when you think about spirituality, you're looking at everything. You're looking at nature. You're looking at the animals and the creatures. You're looking at the human way of life. You're looking at all aspects of, live things, and, how we are all interconnected, how we are all just souls living in this time and space and sharing this time and space together, right? It's about beliefs that we come into this world with, right? So we all come into this world with belief systems, and then we're taught even more from our parents, our family, schools, then where we work. It just goes on and on. And sometimes those belief systems that we started out with when we were young were perfect for us at that time. And maybe now as an adult, we look at things different. We see things differently. And some of those belief systems don't actually work for us anymore. And so spirituality is really diving in to say, how can I change some of those belief systems so that it makes it easier for me to navigate through life, right? It's not putting any kind of judgment on those belief systems because they were all there for a purpose. It was all there to help us navigate through our lives as maybe children or teenagers or young adults. But it's about knowing that some of these belief systems don't resonate with us anymore, and that's okay. And if they still resonate with you, well, that's okay too. But it's about healing some of those belief systems so that you are able to move on, that you are able to move through life more easily, freely, and doing it in a loving, compassionate way, right? Finding that unconditional love that runs through all of us, believe it or not. And then finding that thread and then living off of that, right? So with the unconditional love also comes joy, happiness, peace, harmony, all of those things that you also think about when you think of spirituality, right? So some of us are just coming into the spiritual realm. Some of you are kind of in the middle, and then some of you have transcended and are on a completely different, higher frequency vibration level of spirituality, and you take it to a different level, a different height. So we're all at different places at different times. And wherever you are in your spiritual journey, it's exactly perfect. It's exactly where you are supposed to be. And you will find that you will talk to people, like-minded people. Some of them are going to be exactly where you are, and some of them are going to be farther ahead, and they are going to push you to transcend even farther. Everybody is put in our way, so to speak, so that we may transcend and become even more than what we are. More compassionate, more loving individuals because of it. So wherever you are in your journey, just know that you are on the right path. You're on the path that you should be on, that at the exact time and place that you should be, and trust in that journey and continue to learn from others who step into your path to teach you more about what you need to know so you can continue to grow. All right, that does it for me on that. Right now, we have a caller. We are going to go find out, Ashley in California, what her big question is for this evening. Welcome, Ashley, to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good. What can I do for you this evening?
I guess it's just trying to find out some answers, I guess, in terms of my fiance, who
your fiance
just recently passed. Yes.
Okay, your fiance. Okay. Is there a certain question or something that you are wanting to know?
You know, my biggest, I guess, if he's at peace right now, because he had a lot of inner turmoil, while he was here. And I just need to know that he's at peace with a lot of it, because that was always my biggest fear, that he wouldn't be.
Right. Okay. All right, Ashley, I'm just going to take a few moments here and kind of tap into that. So I will be right back with you. There'll just be a moment of silence as I do that, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Ashley, how long has it been since he's been gone?
October. Not even a year yet.
Not even a year. Okay. Very, very recent. I'm very sorry for your loss. I just want to say, he's very happy that you're here connecting right now. He has been very concerned about you, and he wants you to know that he's doing fine. He is doing okay. He is just reevaluating everything that he has learned in his human life. And so he's still trying to digest everything and learn from it. And he says it's a pretty big endeavor to go through all those teachings and those learnings. And he's saying that he learned so much in this life. And a lot of that, he says, he owes to you, and he wants you to know he's very thankful for that you taught him a lot. You taught him how to live life and be genuine, he says. And so he wants to thank you for that. It was so important for him to have that. You gave him the peace and the balance that he needed, even if it didn't seem that way at the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, he has so much love for you and so much gratitude. He's saying you sacrificed a lot on his behalf. And he does feel a little bad about that. And he knows why you did it and where your heart was when you did that. It's like I see him and he's constantly looking over your shoulder. So if you feel that little, almost like a little vibration or a little fuzziness kind of around your shoulders, know that that's him. He says he's hoping that you feel him around you.
I do. He leaves little reminders here and there for sure.
Yeah, he sure does. Yeah, he definitely does. He's saying that you have so much to live for, that he hopes that you will continue to move forward and live some of those dreams out. Because you had so many of them. And he says just because he's gone, he doesn't want you to stop doing those things or stop reaching for the stars, he says. It's what he's showing me is like he's picking a star out of the universe and handing it to you. That's the vision he's showing me right now. Did you guys do a lot of stargazing or looking up at the stars? There seems to be a really big component here about stars.
Somewhat, we were night people, so we were always up at night. But I have a thing with stars. Like all my tattoos have stars with them, and I always have stars around me. So
okay,
definitely plays
all right.
part.
Okay, yeah, he's showing me stars. So yeah.
Sorry, I'm crying.
Yeah, he's hoping, he's really hoping that you will continue reaching for those stars and looking ahead. Always look ahead, he says. And that he will be right there with you to do that.
It's hard because all those things were based upon with he and I, you know, so I struggle with that a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He says it's going to take some time for you to do this, but he said he hopes in time that you'll be able to do some of those things and smile knowing that he's with you. He says it's really important for him that you do some of these things. He's showing me a vision of like the Grand Canyon or something and a night sky. So I don't know if you guys are planning to go to the Grand Canyon or, you know, somewhere high desert or something, but he's showing me that.
Just traveling in general.
Traveling in general, yeah.
Yeah, we had planned to travel in general a lot, but nothing specific, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
As he said, mentioning it with his mom, I've always wondered because his mom and they were extremely close, and if he was able to get, you know, if he's with her again.
They're doing fine on the other side. From a soul to soul perspective, it's not like it is when you're in your human form and you have all those emotions and feelings, right? When you're on the other side, it's more pure love, unconditional love. And so whatever it was that they had in this lifetime is not carried with them when they cross over.
Mm-hmm.
He just really wants to know that, you know, he's just so watching over you and wants to know that you're going to be okay. It seems very important to him. He keeps bringing this up with me. So, your well-being is very important to him. So know that he's around and you can talk to him. Okay, you can tell him how you feel and what's going on, and he will be able to hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I just need him to know too, you know, that I'm sorry, you know, I hope he knows I'm sorry. I couldn't save him, you know.
He hears you. He knows. Yeah. Do you have some other questions for him?
No, I guess I just needed to know that, it's going to know that he hears me, and that I just needed him to know that I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
All I'm hearing is there's no reason to be sorry. He's coming at this from a complete place of love and compassion. And yeah, so he just wants you to know that everything is okay. And he wants you to be okay. Is there anything else that I can answer for you this evening?
No, I think that's it. I know I had more questions, but of course I draw a blank right now. But those were the most important, I know. So
Good.
Okay.
He's kind of stepping back, which means that he's pretty much said what he felt was really important. He's just saying, please take care of you. Okay.
Okay.
You are the most important piece.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Ashley, thank you so much. I hope this has been helpful for you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Next on the phone, we have Whitney in Columbus, Ohio. Good evening, Whitney, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for
Hi, how are you?
Tonight. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
What can I help you with this evening?
So, basically, my question is, I've been seeing this guy, and he says he really likes me, like I really like him. And, I've heard that, several times before. And I just want to know, basically, am I wasting my time, or should I continue to see him?
Right. Okay. All right. Well, Whitney, I'm just going to take a few minutes here and tune in, and there's going to be a little moment of silence as I do that, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, Whitney, what I'm being shown is that you're looking for a relationship that is much more than what this current relationship is. It feels like this relationship isn't going to be substantial enough for you, that what you're looking for in a relationship isn't really matching what he's looking for in a relationship. And so this could be kind of a short one for you. What I'm hearing is don't sell yourself short. That you deserve a lot more than maybe what this person can offer you. Does that make sense for you?
It does. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it feels like maybe this relationship is, it sounds really terrible when I say a stepping stone relationship, but what I mean by that is that you're learning a lot from this relationship. You're learning a lot about yourself. And as you're doing that, you're learning about who you are and who you want as a partner. And so it feels like this is more of a learning experience for you rather than something that would be a long-lasting relationship.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense as well. And that makes plenty of sense.
I mean, I'm not getting that it's a bad relationship. It's just that what they're showing me is that it's not going to really match up or equal up to what you're anticipating or what you're hoping for. So your loved ones are saying, we don't want you to be disappointed. We don't want you to lose hope. Okay. There is power in learning about relationships and about people and how you interact with them, and that's very powerful. So don't look at it like from a standpoint of maybe this is a failure on or anything. It's not meant to be that way. You have to look at it from a perspective of everything is a learning experience, and we take something from each relationship we have, whether it's whether it is a financial relationship or whether it is a romantic relationship. Every relationship that we have is important.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense as well.
Yeah, I'm just checking in to see if there is anything else that they would like to say around this. No, they're not showing me anything else.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's good to know still. When you said learning, that really, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Good.
And Whitney, we're coming down to the last couple seconds of our show, so I need to say good night, and I hope this has been really helpful for you this evening.
It has. Thank you. You have a great evening.
Thank you. You as well. Bye. All right. That does it for me, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. If you are interested in the retreat or having a personal one-on-one reading with me, please reach out to me at wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDPsychicParties.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Astrology and Psychic Reading on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everybody, welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. I'm your host for the segment, Lady D. I hope you've all had an amazing week ahead. So this week with the planets, I feel like this is going to be another interesting week that we have with the transits that are coming up this week. We do have a new moon, and this is probably one of the most positive aspects that we're going to be coming up this week ahead. So the new moon is happening in Leo. It's happening on the 4th of the 8th at 9:13 p.m. That is my time here in Sydney. So it is in Leo. So it is going to be about being social. It is might even be about being creative, being around family, connecting through others, relationships as well. It could be like that you're wanting the spotlight, you're wanting some sort of attention. Could also be coming up with this new moon. I do feel like emotionally, we're going to feel like very stable, very balanced, emotionally charged. We do have a sextile to the moon while this is on. So we do have the actual transits or the angles to the moon. We've got sextiles with the moon and with Mars, and also with Jupiter. Plus we have a try that is happening with the node. So it's like we feel like, we're doing have a purpose of doing things here. We're feeling quite the confidence here about us when we're going through this new moon that is coming up. And I feel like there could be also feeling quite proud of ourselves, like having a bit of an ego that's coming up with this new moon. I feel like that it's just giving us a bit of a boost here, an ego boost, a bit of courage. The spotlight goes on us, and we're going to feel quite happy about this new moon. Then directly after this new moon, we go to the 5th. We're going to have Venus moving into Virgo. Plus, we are also having a Mercury retrograde in Virgo as well. So this retrograde is going to last for about 3 weeks. It is till the 28th of August. So it is going to be nearly the whole month here with this retrograde. And it is going to retrograde back into Leo as well. But it's going to start off in Virgo. So with this retrograde, we are looking at, I feel like, and even this week, things being out of balance. It is going to be about details as well. I feel like it's going to be bringing out about forgetfulness. It is about the mind. We are looking at a strong retrograde here because Virgo does rule Mercury too. So it is about communication. It's going to be about the mind. And I do feel like it's going to be a bit of forgetfulness. Bringing in that Venus aspect there could be also looking at financial. It could be looking at revisiting something from the past. Like if you've got like health issues from the past, could be revisiting that or getting down to the bottom of that. It could be coming up. It's never a good time to sign contracts or to start something new when we're looking at a retrograde. We do have, it's just quite a little bit positive, we do have on the 8th, we've got a Venus and Mercury conjuncting, so in Virgo. That you might hear back from someone from the past, like a loved one. So it's anyone that you ever loved could be reaching out to you, could be on your mind, or could be something about a job from the past, or something about money from a past aspect coming up here too, which might be a positive thing. Generally through a Mercury retrograde, I always say, and I know if this does happen to me, that someone from the past does come back, whether it be someone I worked with previously, someone I've known a long time ago. Somehow, somewhere, someone from the past comes up. I even once had a friend from primary school reach out to me, and I actually met up with them. So I find that a quite positive and interesting aspect of a retrograde that comes up here. But just be very careful about signing contracts. making sure things are done correctly, done right, because it is going to be affecting the things that are very detailed orientated as well, because you're wanting things to be perfection. With Venus there, it's about looking at the beauty of things, but also this can, especially when they conjunct, it also can cause a bit of havoc there, and financially too. I just feel this week in generally is going to feel a little bit unbalanced that we've got coming up with some of the other aspects that we've also got coming up this week. So let's go to the caller here. So we've got Carol, who's in Indiana in America. So hi, Carol. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How can I help you today?
I was just wondering what you might pick up on for me. I have a lot of loved ones in spirit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. See what we got here. Okay. I do have a mum. So you've got a mum that's passed over?
Oh, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm hearing mum, and I'm just hearing that she's very proud of you. She's very excited to be around you, because I just feel like she's proud. She's going to say she's very proud of you. She's also very honored to be your mum.
That's very true. I agree with that. Yes, I agree.
Oh, okay. But I feel like this lady worked hard, but you work just as hard or harder than your mum. Cause like she's at one level, but you're higher. So I feel like in terms of even you being a mum, what you do as a mum, I feel like this lady went so far, but you go more over and beyond. Because she's showing me it's like two levels.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and then you go up further, and she's just like that. That's my girl.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
It's okay. Okay, so I'm also getting like a fast runner. So was your mum? She was a fast runner when she was quite young. Do you know if she was a fast runner, or were you that a fast runner? It's like she's taking off.
No, I was.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I was undefeated, and I was in track. Yeah, no one could catch me.
Oh, okay. Because I did see the first one putting a medal around you, and I was like, oh, maybe she's just like saying, you're a good mom. But then she's like, oh, the fast runner. Okay. She's just incredibly proud of you, and I feel like if you were in like newspapers, like she'd cut out newspaper clippings. Like I feel like she's making a book here of what your achievements or what you've done. She's like, I just feel like this lady's just in awe of you. I really do. And I just feel like this lady would do. That's okay. It's just what I keep on seeing. Like she more wants to talk about you than herself. It's like she puts herself last. She's putting herself last or putting herself second. I feel like that. Not her. Okay. Also, did you have another sibling that she would do like everything for?
I have a sibling, a sister, but I don't speak to her.
That's okay.
She is living.
Would your mum do everything for her though? Like, would your mum even like say if you were having a fish or a meal, your mum would cut up the food for her. Like, I feel like she's cutting up food. It's like saying fish, but she's cutting it up. But I feel like it's not for you. It's for like your sibling though. So I feel like that she would like do everything for her, like kind of like baby her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's sorry.
I was opposite. We were very different. Yeah.
It's just, I feel like she just was like close to her, and I just feel like that she does wish that she sort of made this other child more independent. But it's just that your mum liked to feel needed. I feel like, and I feel like that's part of her feeling needed, and also like it's like the baby too. And I just feel like that, she just feel like she wish she had more independent about you. Okay, you've also got a man with her as well, but he's in, I see him in like an army outfit, but I feel like we're going back sort of maybe World War II, because I feel like the uniform that he has, it looks like more of an older style uniform, and he's showing his medals. So do you have someone like a man, like a grandfather, or could even be a dad?
Yes. On my mother's side, that's correct. There was someone served in the Civil War, a sergeant. Yes, someone that did serve in the Civil War on my mother's side. I think it was her grandfather.
Oh, okay, because he's there too. He has old school, his old school manners or old school value, but
that would be my father. That would be my father. I'm sure she's with him. He's in spirit too. He's very old-fashioned. Was very old-fashioned. Yeah.
Okay. I've still got the member of the medal, so I do feel like he's there too with her. I feel like he had to fight. Like he had to. The man with the army, the person in the forces. For him, I feel like he had to fight. But I feel like I'm not too sure what side that he would be on. But I feel like he had to fight. But unlike that, he wanted to. He had to. Is what I feel like with him. Because I feel like if he had a choice, he wouldn't be doing it. With your dad, I feel like I do get kind. I keep on hearing that he's kind. And I do feel like he's also very nurturing as well. Like there's a softness about this man. Yeah. I feel like he could be hard, but a softness, especially when it comes to his children or to his baby girl. Like there's a softness, like a marshmallow with this man. And
that's correct.
And I feel like he's good looking. I feel like he's looking at himself in the mirror, like checking him out. Like I feel like he's quite good looking, or a handsome young man. Your dad was too.
Yes, my father was very good looking.
Yeah. And I feel like with him in terms of what he liked to eat, like he liked good food, like nothing but, like I don't think he'd be feeding your like noodle. He doesn't like noodles. Like I feel like we have too many noodles here in Australia, and if you had that in America, but that would be something he wouldn't have. He wanted good quality home.
We ate a lot of spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
We ate a lot of
good
spaghetti.
Quality.
That's why he liked spaghetti. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And he wouldn't harm a fly. Like I see him with animals around him. I just feel like he wouldn't harm. He's a very caring man. Even to these animals that are happening around him, he's very caring too with him. He just wants to come in and he just wants to say hi, and that he loves you, and he understands where you're coming from, and that people think that you can be hard sometimes, but you're coming from a reality. And he's like, people just need to get over it and realize that you're coming from a good place. So
that's
that makes
correct.
sense.
You are very correct about that. Yes.
Oh, thank you. So thank you for calling in today. I hope I've helped you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for connecting with my parents.
That's okay, no worries. Thank you. So guys, we're going to have an interesting week with astrology. I hope you all have an amazing week. If you want to contact me, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties. My Facebook page is Lady D Psychic Parties. My Instagram is Lady DS Psychic. And my TikTok is Lady D Psychic. And my YouTube is Lady D or Danielle Psychic. Underneath that. But I hope you all have an amazing week, and I'll see you same time, same place next week. So bye for now.
Lightning Television.